God, we're here. There's music.
Yeah.
I don't know how loud it is. We're live. We're live on the internet. We started talking about a bunch of stuff, including how Kevin knows what we all did last summer. And this season of
I know all the
He
secrets.
does. He does.
I don't know if I've mentioned this here before, but I think that movie came out the year that or the year after I learned how to drive.
Oh, wow.
And it terrified me.
Oh, wow.
Like, not that there was some like crazy fisherman murderer after me, but that like I would accidentally hit someone on a foggy road with my car. So
I've never seen it.
Wow.
I've never seen it. I know you did. I mean, I was 6 when it came out.
Yeah, that's fair. Way to date me. Yep.
God damn it.
I've seen it, but it's been a very long time. I want to say probably high school I watched it.
And horror movies scared me a lot as a kid, so I was like wasn't even thinking about watching it when I was like,
I was never a horror movie person either, but it's very weird because as we're talking about it, like I just saw a movie poster for it the other day, and it was a thumbnail on some like streaming service somewhere, but it looked different than the poster that I'm like accustomed to, and I was like, wait, is there a reboot?
There is
a reboot.
There is
it's
a
an
reboot.
Amazon Prime TV series. I watched the first episode and it was terrible.
It was terrible.
It was not good.
It was terrible. Yeah, we're all watching this season of Survivor. Takes?
Yeah. I mean, I think I said this. It's a season. I don't know necessarily a season of Survivor, but it is a season. Yeah, I don't dislike it.
Uh-huh.
I have to disconnect myself from thinking this is Survivor because it's not your usual, like it's not Survivor in the classic sense.
What's
it's
getting
so
you about it?
out there?
Just like how much crazy stuff there is going on, the like dice and the like.
Yeah, I mean, I love the fact that they're dice. I mean, I'm on a D&D thing, of course, like dice. But yeah, it's just like I think there is a level of Survivor has become closer to modern day reality TV, which is like about the spectacle, and I think they're really into that. And the producers so badly want Jeff to pull out the whiteboard again, and it's like they're trying to manufacture a reason for him to get the whiteboard out again. And like, you know, that's all fine. It creates entertaining television, but it's not like classic Survivor where it's a lot of like thinking about the strategy and stuff because there's so much chaos and unpredictability. Like Ian Malcolm, Jurassic Park would have a goddamn joyride with the season, but
it's like increased. It's increasingly frustrating because it seems like they're like not maybe much better, but like they're really good at casting, I think. And then, but then they don't trust that the cast can like, tell good stories. Yeah, like carry the stories up, and they're like, okay, we got to have the beware advantages and whatever, so that like they will have stuff we can interview them, like tell stories about them. But
I found myself.
The beware advantage is by far and away the worst thing, I think, just because it's so unbalanced. And I'm like, how did anyone write this on paper and think this would work?
I have been glad that it's back and like enjoying digging into it every week, but I'm not invested in the way that like I would be traditionally by like episode 4 or whatever. And part of it is like I think the roiling chaos, like I'm often the boring old man who's like, back in the day, it used to be, and then like I don't know, it just does feel like too much. It's so wild. The like, oh, I'm gonna like just these people are going. I can't keep track. Who's even allowed to vote? You just found an advantage that says you're not allowed to vote anymore. Like, what are we doing?
Wow. Okay, Grandpa. I mean,
no fun.
Gosh, I guess I'm the weird one here. I like it. Survivor's back. I'm loving it. It's fun. I laugh at the show more than I've ever laughed at it before. Are there too many advantages? Yeah, but like, come on. At a certain point, like, I don't know. I just feel like you got to come around and just be like, good soup. It's good soup. It's like feed it into my veins. And I this is now like a recurring theme. How many times am I going to say good soup?
I love it.
How many episodes? But I don't know. I'm like, cut them some. I don't know. I don't want to bash on you for bashing on the show. But like, cut us some slack.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in this neutral spot where like I am just thankful that like Survivor is back, right? But I love that Jeff like says things to us, which I've mentioned previously.
Taylor loves the wall breaking. Yeah.
I love it.
Well,
he's like, stop doing it though. He's not doing it anymore.
I know he didn't.
It's like weird. Like,
you can't do it every episode. You gotta hit the right spots where Jeff is gonna like Fleabag style, just turn to the camera.
Yeah. The thing. The Jeff like swish though with the hair, I'm not sure.
Oh, you don't like the probes?
I'm not sure.
Well,
I don't think.
I like the hair.
No.
I like the hair.
And she's got the cool tennis shoes. He's cool.
He needs the Andrew Savage puka shell necklace. That's all. Like he's really. I love probes. I'm like a big probes defender. At the risk of this spiraling like completely out of control. I like probes. I like the people. I do like the cast. Like some of them especially. I'm like enjoying. I'm having fun with it, and I'm glad that Survivor's back. Like I do look forward to watching it every week. I'm not that cranky. I was crankier a few seasons ago. Believe it or not. So I am.
Oh, I mean, you and me, but who wasn't cranky?
Wow.
Yeah, there's some stuff happening. Seasons ago,
True.
I do like the new way that they've edited it and shot it. Like that, they've definitely changed how the editing process to, I think, modernize it with including clips from the past. You know, the castaways like actual life and stuff. I think it's really interesting. I do stupidly love the like, hey, it's a puzzle for you. Can you solve this word gram? And I'm like, I can. I'm gonna do it. And so like, I do enjoy those little bits.
I like that there's an interactive
I like the
thing.
game with the
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Certainly for the kids. I know he says for the kids, but like we're all nerds. We like a puzzle. Like we could steal half of those for a D&D session if only we didn't play with Survivor fans, right? And I really like the production elements, right? That like opening episode of like showing the production, showing like the immensity of it. God, that was so great, right? It gave you this big like making of special like vibes, you know what I mean? And I love the like little bit of behind the scenes.
It got me choked up.
Me too.
Right? Like showing all the crew,
me too.
I was just like, those people like have waited so long to be back out there doing their thing, and they're doing their thing, and like that was the fourth wall breaking. I'm totally fine with. Everything else, you can drop that in the vase, like the rolling the dice or whatever. Like, it's, but yeah, whatever.
There you go.
I have to moderate.
There's our Survivor takes for those.
So I'm gonna eat this banana.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm gonna put something in my mouth.
Eat that banana and move right on. Just like tangential. How about Squid Game? Has everybody like smashed Squid Game or not yet?
Not yet.
It's on my list. So many games.
Yeah.
I am red light on Squid Game. I'm not going to enjoy it, so I'm just not.
Good for you. That's
it.
super fair. I think that's a really reasonable take. I did not think I would enjoy it, and like somehow here I am, like 3 days later, like, well, that was a lot. No wonder I'm depressed. I'm like sitting here binging Squid Game. Yeah.
You're supposed to do one episode a day, Rich. You're supposed to pace yourself.
No, I don't know.
I know someone who watched.
We did not do that.
I know someone who binged all of Squid Game and then watched Bo Burnham's Inside.
Oh yeah.
Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I still haven't watched that because I know it's gonna crush me.
You haven't watched Inside?
Great.
No, because I know it's going to absolutely kill me, and I'm just gonna be more sad about the world than I already am.
You just have to watch it alone. So
I usually love watching like sad things. Makes me feel so much better about my life for some reason. But
speaking of, I watched Titanic last night. The first time in like, I don't know, like 6 years probably, and oh my gosh, I missed it. It's such a nostalgic movie for me because like my mom used to watch it all the time.
Yeah,
the double VHS.
But yes, and like
VHS.
But my mom was so good. I think we had it on DVD because my mom was so good about skipping over like the sex scene that when I watched it as an adult, I was like, is this like an extended edition?
Oh, deleted scene? Oh.
What is this? Like, she was so good at it. And like, if you press the skip button, it literally skips the entire thing so that they're just running out the other door. I'm
pretty sure it released my senior year of high school, and all I remember was like that whole year, Celine Dion being everywhere I went in the world. You know what I mean? Anywhere.
It's a good year.
It was a good year.
It's a good. That's a great year.
Came out the same year as We Know What You Did Us.
Yeah, right.
Another
full circle, baby. Full circle.
Yeah. But wait, did it really come out the same year as I Know What You Do This Summer?
97, yeah.
Wow. So then I've totally misremembered.
I was born.
Let me be clear. I don't want to overly date myself. Maybe Celine Dion was the murderer. No. So then I Know What You Did Last Summer came out when I was 12. But I guess I just still had it stuck in my head when I went and got my permit at 15. So yeah. Sticks with you. No, I do remember going to see Titanic when I was 12 though, and my mom took me to go see it, and there was a conversation with me and my older brother on the car ride there, where she said, "You're gonna see some adult things in this film, but I think that you're old enough to handle it responsibly, and I think it's important that you see this film."
Wow.
It's like, okay. And then he got to that scene, and I was like, not handling it responsibly at all.
A 12-year-old Troy.
My mom gave me the same speech for like Schindler's List, Troy, but I think I was like 8, and we definitely watched it. And I was
You're gonna see some things in Schindler's List, but it's important that you see
I was
older.
them. I'm like,
yes, absolutely.
I'm exaggerating.
I would have
been like 11,
what is
I think, probably, but still, like, I was pretty young, you know. I was like, oh, okay, okay.
I now I just want to know what your Schindler's List into playing D&D transition is, because I don't think that one exists except for the meta one that I'm giving you right
now. I mean, Occam is a bad dude.
That's very true.
Occam is a very bad dude, and he is out hunting you. Yes, you what?
Oh, I was just saying, I have to say, like, I have some sort of fascination with the Titanic, and I have since I was very little. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Magic Treehouse series. They were oh my gosh, I would sit and like read 7 of them in a day and just sit on the couch and just read. But I had the like special Magic Treehouse, like thicker Titanic book. And like rewatching it like has rekindled that fascination, and I was Googling all night last night about who was the last Titanic survivor. Did any of the survivors watch the film? Which they did.
Of course, yeah.
There were, and there were obviously a couple that refused, but there were some that would watch it and like loved it. But it's just a fascinating thing. But I guess that there is a metal-eating bacteria that they have named after the Titanic because it is literally eating the Titanic. And probably by 2030, there will no longer be a Titanic at the bottom of the Atlantic.
Whoa.
Dude, there might not be. We might all be at the bottom of the Atlantic by 2030.
Really.
Yep, that's true.
No joke.
Yep.
I think you might be confusing it with the Mordekaiser that had rust monsters on it in a previous
Troy
episode.
Doing work here.
I keep wanting derailing now. I just want to be like, where can I send this? I can derail this.
Yeah, really. Where can we...
I mean, there's a lot of opportunities, but...
No, I'm just like, 20 minutes in, I feel like we're probably...
Yeah, we're at the point. We've covered Survivor. We acknowledged Squid Game. We're moving on. We haven't even talked about Halloween, but we don't need to because it's time for D&D in space.
That's what next week is for. That's what next week is
That's right, next week. Yeah, I'm psyched. We are back. We took last week off. Our cast of zany characters was scattered throughout the actual known realms, but we have regrouped and we have Kevin, which is very exciting. So everybody's 5th level. You guys got all your stuff pretty square.
Except for the stuff that we just expended on our previous episode. But
yeah.
I assume it's been long enough that I'm probably have rested.
Yana, you last played when you guys were on the back of Gump, the Titan. in space.
Yes.
And upon clearing the foliage from Gump's muddy back, he gave to you the contents of his giant's purse, amongst which was a long sword with this kind of magnificent dragon hilt for the handle. I have added it to your character sheet. It was identified by your crewmate Doc, or perhaps Reginald. They covered both. The both of them did a lot of identifications. It is enchanted. It is magical. It will bypass the damage reduction of creatures that like have resistance. And yeah.
Excellent. This will be
excellent. It's been added to your sheet, and if anything else happens along the way, I'll be sure to inform you. Yeah. Do you guys have any like housekeeping, bookkeeping questions? Is there any like stuff that we just need to go over mechanically before we like recap where we are in time and space?
I have some very hazy memory of the Ioun stones not being in the place where they were. Did I give my Ioun stone to someone? Gosh.
Me. Yeah. Because I could cast protection from good and evil on myself before we fought Lamia. So you can have that back if you would like it.
Okay.
Toss it to you. It should have Misty Step still in it, but
nothing else.
But nothing else.
That's what I just wanted to make sure I didn't lose track.
Yeah, the return to the Library of Ghosts demanded that you each wanted protection from evil on yourselves, and so all of you were able to kind of cover one with the stone handed out.
Got it.
I also do want to apologize. Cutting back to good soup. I'm currently trying to eat soup.
Yeah, that's fine.
And before, I'm so sorry.
I had a bowl of soup last week that was way too hot, Taylor, and it almost knocked me straight unconscious. So, yeah, you let your soup cool. Eat as you see fit.
Soup season.
It is.
Straight unconscious. That's some powerful soup.
It was too hot. And so, yeah. All right. So I think that with nothing else pressing, as last we left our heroes, some weeks ago, the lot of you had stopped at a place called the Aether Station, a ruined dwarven citadel floating in the void of stars. It was managed and run by an individual called Occam the Builder, a collector of sorts, and upon meeting with them, he discovered that Occam held people prisoner amongst his many treasures. There were monsters and dragons and people, oh my, one of whom being Yana, whom you freed. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Along with, of course, the poisonous-skinned frog person called Sharp Jumper, who has been living on the Dragonfly ever since. And so with the escape of these strange individuals and their invitation to join you on the crew of the Dragonfly, you took to space. You needed to decide how to evade your pursuers, as Occam felt that these individuals were quite precious to his collection and did not intend on letting you leave unpursued. So you made a choice, given the limited information you had, to head for an asteroid field called the Decidium Spiral. It is a field of asteroids and debris being created by a planet as it spins itself through its rotations, ripping itself apart. This planet, once the site of the Great Library, an attempt to collect the information of the known realms and gather it all in a single repository. It was destroyed centuries ago by a coordinated attack from a group of rebels, essentially. The destruction of the library so catastrophic and profound that it led to the slow dissembly of this planet, forming into the Decidium Spiral. And so, as you fled into the asteroids, you were met by a border rider from a community there called Bridge. Inside one of the largest asteroids themselves, you found a group of individuals whom called this place home. They lived in a sort of veil of secrecy, their leader of whom was a descendant of one of the original attackers on this library centuries ago. A man named Fred Cynic, who was determined to see the information contained within spread to the people of the world. your time in Bridge was chaotic. You were asked if you would be willing to travel through a portal to the ethereal plane to retrieve the strange sap from the exotic plant known as the chrono lily, an object which would allow you to have visions of the future or the past. Possibly. Your journey there led to the aging of some of your companions. Doc and Lux aged prematurely by the touch of ghosts who call that place home. So upon your return, you decided to turn right around and go back in to find the dog that you had lost during your journey to the library. A mystical dog, a moon dog, named Zabar, who held the ability to cure you of this early aging process. So you returned back in. You discovered a Lamia lurking within the ruins of the library on the ethereal. You rescued the dog. You managed to retrieve some bits of information and return back to Bridge. And it was during this time and the time afterwards, while you were resting and kind of treating with the leader of Bridge, Mati, about how you wanted to proceed and what you wanted to do next, that an outrider of the community informed you that a ship was prowling the asteroid field, searching for you, as you know it is in fact Occam's people, if not the Keeper himself. Fleeing back to the Dragonfly, you attempted to lure them away from this small place. Almost immediately upon making your way out of the asteroid and into the stars, you were caught up by a much greater, larger ship trailing behind you. A torrent of wind came after you, an air elemental conjured by your pursuers. And so with the desperate fight on the deck, as Jake leads you, winding into the danger that is the asteroid field, you destroyed an air elemental, and you see some few hundreds of feet behind you a massive, sprawling Spelljammer vessel trailing after you. That was a lot.
Yeah.
Also,
it's great though.
I have to possibly add,
please.
Yana. I don't know. I forget if this was discussed yet or not. But Lux did reveal herself to also be a changeling, and has now taken on her default state as long white hair, and she has constellation tattoos covering her, elf-like ears, pale blue skin, white eyes.
Lux, like Doc, a changeling, not in fact the half-elf that you thought you were traveling with during these last weeks.
Oh, well, don't you look magnificent?
Oh.
Yeah, so I think that we pick back up right now on the deck of the ship. The three of you up here. Doc had been up top with you. Yana, you can be like racing up onto the deck if you would like. But so yeah, as you come like racing up after having like strapped on your armor, grabbed your like new gleaming sword, Doc is like making her way back down into the ship. Like, yeah, good. It seems like they might need you up there. And Waffle, that was a little bit Lux. Waffle's just like, oh! And the pair of them like racing down. I think you just hear Doc like yelling to Jake, "What are you doing? We need to go faster." Okay. And so yeah, with the four of you on the deck of the ship, you see this much larger ship is kind of trailing behind you, about 500 or 600 feet, not that far, and it seems to be like gaining ground. They're faster than you are. So yeah, the four of you.
How like is it like in the same eyesight, or is it like above us? Like, can we see if there's anybody on the deck of the ship?
Yeah, sure. Great question, Grace. I think like as you're looking, we watch the ship being above you, and as like Doc kind of races down the ladder out of view into the cabin, the Dragonfly like pitches, weaving up, darting around a couple of asteroids, and as you come up over the height that this second ship is following you, you see a few things. On the front, the prow of the ship, you see the name in common letters and like gilded gold. It says Rover on it. And as you pull up above it, you could see on the deck of the ship movement of a couple of people. At the wheel, up in the very kind of prow of the ship, there's a wheel on the deck, and I think you see a short, stout figure in armor, goggles like reflecting the starlight off it. There are what look like orcs moving around on the deck, as well as like a few other figures in like tall, kind of gleaming suits of plate mail.
Just a couple things as well that I have to add to our info. So we did have Yana Scry last time. We were here. Yes. Yana Scryed on Occam, and there was a man with a twirled waxed mustache and a thin goatee, and they were talking about getting Occam and this guy were talking about getting Yana back. And Lux fired a warning shot at these people at the end of the last episode as well.
Why do I not have any notes about the 12 mustache goatee? I take notes. That's what I was doing, and I'm like, what? Did she just make
this? Yeah, it was during the scryed. Yeah.
I was so transfixed on this ship, or we just see there's this. That's not the stout person.
No,
they were like in a cabin. They were in like a room.
Okay. And we can't communicate with them, right?
With the ship, with the other ship.
Yeah.
You could try to scream out to it, though it's pretty far away from you at this point.
I do. I think I did this. Tried this when we went to the theater, and I do have wind wall, which I could, put up. They would take some damage if they try to pass through it. Is it worth putting up? And then they have to be 120 feet away. But I could put it up, and at least they would take some damage, hopefully, and then we could all hold an action, and I could drop it.
It could slow them down as well. Give us a chance to give Jake a chance to like boost up that engine, and we can get on out of here quick and fast.
I don't know about you guys, but I would like to fight this guy.
Yeah, beat him up.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will say,
punch him
I will say, just for like the clarity here, from like the DM view, you guys certainly have a couple of options. You could try to like evade and lose them in the asteroids, right? If like Taylor, you wanted to fly, otherwise, like I would be making checks. We're talking about like versus tests, kind of, to see if you could like outfly them. 2, like you obviously can like turn and fight. 3, we can like maintain the course and like let things play out as they will. Those are just things off the top of my mind. You, of course, are players who will come up with options 4, 5, 6, 7, A, B, and C. Yeah.
Rhea would definitely like hold wind wall to like cast it when it's like they're exactly 20 feet, so that like they would like fly through it.
Okay.
Because otherwise they would. Yeah. So when like hold it, so that when they're like about 120 feet, they would like fly through it, and even if it's just to like cause that damage, making them run into the wall.
If Reg is looking at like the number of people on the ship that we can see, like, do we look massively overwhelmed, massily outnumbered, or if just
make a perception check, Reg, as you're like clinging to the rail on the top deck of the Dragonfly, or an investigation check.
No.
Can I also do one as well, or I can help also if you would like, Professor.
I think he will like try to see as best he can, but it will take Lux to assist him most likely to parse out exactly what he's seeing.
Nice. Okay, so as the ship is like wheeling and pitching around and you're looking down, I think that you see the figure that is at the wheel. It appears to be like a dwarven woman, and she's wearing like these kind of like plates of armor and these heavy gauntlets, and she's peering up at you. And I think that just behind her, you see what looks like a ballista, but it is in fact much smaller than the one on your ship. And you realize it's like moving. It's on its own like set of wheels, and it has like its own kind of mechanism on the back to reload it, like a construct.
Like some form of like a force ballista of some type.
I was just gonna say, can Yana look at that and be like, "Oh, hell, I've seen one of those things before. Friend of mine back in the day." used to carry one around?
It's similar. It looks similar, to be sure. And then I think you also see Professor, these like gleaming suits of armor that seem to be moving around, as well as like a bunch of orcs. Your head count, as you're counting, like you can count 1, 2, 3, 4 orcs, the dwarven captain, couple of suits of armor. So you're not like massively outnumbered, though it is like a bit of a 2-to-1 situation.
I do believe that we are outnumbered, but perhaps not outmatched. And should we stay to fight, it would certainly be a noble one, though I cannot assure our return.
Listen, things get hairy. I jump in the pilot seat and we get the hell out of here. Yeah.
That all sounds wonderful if you're in a position to jump in the pilot seat. Should you be the one to go down first, that would certainly be hairy, and your solution would not be possible.
That's true. I have faith. What are you worried about? Fine.
Yeah, you all have faced worse odds than this before, I assume, having only known you about a week.
Yes, I can think of at least 3 combats that we've had a less than 40% chance of all surviving, and yet we did.
Yeah. Like the one we were stuck underwater, that was pretty scary.
That was less than 12.
Don't like being underwater. I've been in that situation before as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But good news, no water. No water nearby at all. So
Nah, just
don't
space.
have to worry about that.
Now I know space.
Rhea, what do you think? Should we head on?
Well, they seem fast. They seem faster than us, so I don't know what choice we have other than to, we could try to slow them down, but...
Hey, evasive maneuvers, my friend. Have faith in your pilot.
I think it's right at this point that the whole like ship lurches wildly. You know what I mean? All of you are like, whoa, you're grabbing like onto the rails, like you pitched almost like sideways, veering around this asteroid in front of you, watching like the other ship like rising up as it comes over it and like it's dropping down in. Yep.
Is this one of those maneuvers you were talking about?
I have faith in you, not in he who shall not be named. Fight. I think we fight. I think it's quite clear that without you at the helm, our chances of outrunning the ship is not good.
Okay.
Yeah. Are not good.
Well, if we're gonna do this, I suppose we might need a little bit of extra life on us, let's say. And Yana looks and puts their hand on all 3 of them, one by one, and a glowing like yellow energy comes out of their hand and like flows through them as Yana casts Aid.
Nice.
And everyone, the 3 of you at least, all have 5. Your hit point maximum increases by 5. This is not 5 temporary hit points. This is full hit point maximum increase.
Nice.
For the next 8 hours.
My goodness. Been holding out on us this whole time, Yana?
Well, never really tried that one before. Hopefully it works.
They've been caught up playing backgammon.
Lots of new tricks learned recently.
Yes.
Oh no, go for it.
No, I have nothing else. And I think like Reg is like sitting there like thumbing through his spell book really quickly to just see like, what do I have? What do I have? I think I have this. No, damn, I didn't prepare that. Damn. And it's like, while like a ship is literally chasing us, he's like flipping through a book.
I think it's at this point that as the 4 of you are up here, Yana like casting this spell to aid all of you. You feel you're kind of like metal stealing itself, your vigor increasing as we see like this ship kind of wheel down over the asteroid above you. And it's at this point you realize that it doesn't have any sails or masts coming up off the top of it. Even the Dragonfly Dragonfly, like you have the mast for your like far distance travel, right? The wings are kind of like pumping on the little Dragonfly as you're humming. And I think as the ship above you like pitches down and you're able to kind of see the deck rolling up above, you see the trail of almost like flames coming out of the back of it. And you hear this booming voice as they're closing in to about 300 feet at this point. And this voice just kind of like booms out across space like, "This is Captain Westwind of the Rover. We're here under orders from Arkham at Aether Station. Return the prisoners, and you fly away from this intact." And I think it's like,
no.
Yeah, we don't have any prisoners. So.
No prisoners here. Yeah, none. Can't really see any.
And I think as Lux is like shouting off the back, and like Rhea and Yana just like, no, I don't, no. We see from behind the ship like this like blossom of fire, this light like flaring up around it, and it just begins like bearing down at you closer and closer and closer. So I believe at 120 feet, Rhea wants to start doing things, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Wind Wall right in front of it so that it like passes everybody like on the ship, like passes through the wind wall.
Okay, give me Wind Wall in the chat. Yeah, drop it. Let's see what we got.
Oops, that's the damage.
Also, can I see I can see the person on the wheel? Can I shoot at her?
Yeah, we're gonna start the engagement at 120 feet. So what I'll say is, actually, for the sake of doing this all well, so our friends out here on the interwebs cannot see the map yet, as you're not actually this close. But here we go. So if
It's fine. Tis fine.
So if you guys want to click your tokens and roll initiative.
Baby.
Everything's fine.
We made great decisions.
We made great decisions.
I love this. This is so cool.
We made great decisions.
I lack an area of effect.
I lack an area of effect.
Yeah, of effect. That's a good. Do I?
These rolls.
Classic.
Keep in mind, we just came off of a combat where Doc basically one shot. So
yeah. We're feeling good.
Doc,
We're feeling good.
I'm feeling less arcanely good, but like we're yeah.
Doc very much did basically one shot an air elemental. Yeah.
Can I, speaking of which, can I slightly retcon a question to DM here? Which is, can I have reached into my pocket and activated the Pearl of Power during this interstitial time and recover a third level spell slot?
I think you can have done that.
Yeah. Thank you, boss.
Good call.
I forget that I have it. Okay, now I'm nervous. It's been a while.
I know. I'm like, wait, whose spells are these?
In a while. Okay. So let us do the thing here. We're gonna start on the Ray account. Well, for the sake of it, I guess only Professor goes before, so we could start on the Professor account. Professor, as Ray is like about to conjure this wall of wind behind you, you're at 120 foot range from like the front of the ship. Is there anything you would like to do?
I see that Lux is pulling back an arrow prepared to shoot, and I think Reg would do the thing that he did earlier with Doc in that same motion and just hold one last second and check in with Lux. I think he'd say, "Do you want to go fast?"
Yes.
As arcane energy emerges from the decoder wheel, and I cast haste upon Lux.
Wow!
I've never been hasted before.
Never.
I'm so excited.
So good.
Thanks.
That will be my turn. I might shuffle slightly on the deck, and that is my turn.
Oh my god! Look at those rolls.
What the heck?
Whatever. I'll take 4.
They're certainly at disadvantage because they're not expecting it, though.
Is it? Is it? I'm not sure about that one.
So I'm just like putting it at the front here, like, you know, right at the front of the ship. So they all like, you know, as the ship, like, because like it says only small objects can't pass through it. So it's just sort of like passing through it. Everybody's getting hit with the wind wall. And I'll hold concentration until they have all.
Yeah, so we see as the professor like turns back, like conjuring this magic. Lux, like you snap to Rhea, you like call forth this blessing of Clancy. The wall of wind like just like opens like a sheet behind the Dragonfly, and this larger ship just kind of like hammers down into it as you guys are like weaving and pulling like over the top of these asteroids under others. This ship like bearing down on top of you. You see the like figures on the deck all kind of like wheeling, dropping, like pulling out of the way. And this.
Jeez.
Yeah, brutal. There you go.
Yeah,
there we go.
There you go.
Got one.
Most of the figures you see like kind of like bowing themselves, dropping down, like pulling into the sides of the ship, sort of like holding it together. Here's these last 2. Okay. That was good, Grace. That was good. You didn't see those rolls, but they were good.
For 8 damage on my wind wall.
Yeah. 3d8.
Yeah. 8. Brutal. It's okay.
Okay, as you pull those both off, as like the wind kind of like hammers across the deck of the ship, a bunch of them like just straight going down. Give me 1 second here. I have to double check. Nope, that's not far enough. This is not far enough. I'm checking range. This is not far enough. This is not far enough. Okay, this person is just holding their action, doing nothing. Lux, you're up on 14.
Okay, so now there's this wind wall between us. Can I still, like, how tall is it?
So I think though, like my plan was like the wind wall goes up, and then like everybody like as the ship goes like through it, they all get hit. So I think that like I don't know if at this
they're
point,
like through it.
If they're like through it.
Yeah, sure. We're like chasing narrative here, right? Like as they're kind of like ripping out. Especially, are you shooting for the captain, or are you going to shoot for like people on the deck?
Yeah, I think I'll shoot at least first at the captain.
So you see the captain like hunkered down over the wheel, these goggles like aiming at you. Basically, the range is 150 feet from like the back of the Dragonfly to the captain.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay.
You're not at disadvantage with the longbow there, right?
I'm not. 150 feet is the switch.
Go for it. Fire.
Okay. 21.
I think as this is happening, if you're okay with it, I think you would just hear Reginald in the background say, "We do not accept your demands."
oh gosh. We don't have to do it on the first attack, but I would do, or Lux would do, Planar Warrior.
Yeah, 21 will hit.
13. Yeah, max damage, baby.
Nice.
Love it.
Your other attacks?
Yes. 16?
I think you see her, like, as she's at the helm of the ship, like, the first arrow hits her, and she kind of, like, staggers back a little bit, like, eyes, like, leaning over the wheel. It's like the second one's coming, and a shield, like, comes up over her head, like, bang!
Okay. Third attack, because I'm hasted.
Hey.
22
will hit.
Heck yeah. And Planar Warrior for this guy.
Yes! There we go.
Fantastic.
Wow. Okay, got it. That's 15, 28 points of damage. Nice.
We disagree.
We do disagree. Yeah, that sucked for them. These guys go. Where are you, Lux? Did you like get to the back of the ship? You would have had to like make the 150 foot range, right? So you're here next to Rhea. I think at this point these guys go, and they're kind of like rushing forward on the ship to here. These guys can basically stay. He comes up onto the thing next to they're gonna all like fire. These are for Lux. Miss, right? 14 is a miss.
Mm-hmm.
One more for Lux. Last two are for Rhea. 20 hits you, Lux, right?
Yeah, it just hits.
So you take 2 points of piercing damage. You're like just like glanced by one of these crossbow bolts as it's like sailing their max distance. Rhea, you get tagged for 6.
Yep.
That's those guys, at which point you see this little ballista next to the captain. Like she points right at you, Lux, and you hear this booming voice back through the air again, like, I'll be sorry to burn your little bug out of the sky. And this thing fires. The little ballista behind. Ooh. Yeah, I think you see this like flaring red mote that's like screaming through the distance back at you as it like boom just connects into the base at the back of the Dragonfly, and there's an explosion. I need Rhea and Lux to make dexterity saving throws.
Which I have advantage on. Great.
Oh no.
Oof. Big oof.
That's brutal. Both of you succeed and are going to take 11 points of fire damage as this like bolt explodes on the back of the Dragonfly. The Dragonfly itself taking 11 points of fire damage as like the back of the ship burns. That's that thing. Yana, I'm really sorry. You're up.
Yeah. Not much I could do. I will hold action and shout. Wait, what color is the ship that's coming at us?
What color is it? It's mostly wood. Most of it, like the hull of it, seems to be built out of wood, and then it's got a ton of like copper and brass attached to the sides and stuff.
Sure. And then I'll hold action, but I will shout out, Wood Rover, send some dead men over.
Wow.
Oh, that's great.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So which of us gets inspiration? No?
I wish. Right?
Exactly.
You a bard?
These figures.
I've changed my entire character. I'm a bard now.
Multi-class.
Proceed to move forward. I'm gonna have our captain here make a check. Sorry, give me 1 second. Yeah. The ship is like booming down in on you, bringing it like right up within range now. It manages to like close the 150 feet of distance almost instantly as you see this like flare of fire rippling out of the back of the ship. Professor, you're up on 23.
Spell jamming
Yep.
check? That's
Love
incredible.
He did just make a spell jamming check. She, I should say. Captain Westwind has succeeded at her spell jamming
Okay.
check.
Cool name.
How close is the captain?
We're gonna say this is accurate from here. She is like comes zooming down in on you. The ship like kind of running parallel. The Dragonfly is probably up a little bit above. It's actually a little bit below. They were coming down in from above you, so they're like pitching down towards you a little bit.
Okay. I think that Oh boy. I think that Reginald is now within range. Give me a moment here. Goodness. I now have I didn't expect this many options. Sorry. Blah 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 blah. Have advantage. Okay, great. I think yeah. Let's keep it simple. We shall keep it simple. He will twist his decoder wheel, hold it up, and out of it will come a chromatic orb. It will be. We've seen that her weapon can spit fire, so he will not be using that. He will instead be using.
That was her little ballista next to her. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he will instead be using. We'll say thunder damage. Thunder. No one can hear you scream.
I definitely added that to Andromeda Vesk's playlist when given the playlist task this weekend. 20!
Oh my god!
It's like that's a lot of dice on the screen.
Me too. What the? Wait, but who'd you say you were shooting at? The captain?
Her. Okay. Yeah, the El Capitan. Big bada boom.
We hear this pealing explosion of thunder as this like shimmering orb rips past the orc that's like stepped up next to her, and she's like pointing at the wheel, and she brings her shield up. You can't see her eyes because of the goggles. God, Troy, I'm gonna be horrible to you right here though, because she is gonna cast absorb elements. She has to. I'm sorry. Spell slots getting burned. That's still 18 points of thunder damage. Boom!
Troy's thinking. I see Troy thinking.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You see it.
Is she?
Yeah. First level.
Yeah.
No, I think Reg. I think instead he's just like looking like the explosion, right? Is gonna, even though she absorbs part of it, I think he's so overwhelmed by the amount of damage done that he's like looking at the wheel almost like, and then back at everyone else. And
you said you didn't have anything.
He will go hide behind Yana. No, I think he's just gonna step back. That's
boom! The thunder explodes into the dwarven captain. That's the professor on 23. Rhea, you're up on 18.
Okay, let's cast guiding bolt at the captain. Come on. Oof, 12.
12 is going to be a miss. She like ducks in behind this orc next to her, and we watch the kind of green bolt explode off the planking of the ship.
All right, but we'll get chompers out there.
Yeah.
I think that's in range. 22.
22, unfortunately, will hit. You guys jammed me up. Shield ineffective. No shield-worthy attacks.
Spelljammer.
Honestly, it saved her butt right there for the absorb element stuff. Okay, chompers. Biting down into her for 8 force damage. Got it.
I'll stay there. That's my turn.
Question. I don't remember where this ended up. Last I remember Rhea had this, and I don't remember if Rhea gave this object to me because we were discussing it. But can Yana shout out whale ring?
Oh.
I have the whale ring. You could. I mean, I could have given it to you.
Can you throw it to me?
Yeah, sure.
Is that an action you can do, like a free action?
Can I do that, Rich?
Sure. I'll give it to you. Yeah, it's like an object interaction. Sure, you could throw Yana the whale ring.
Right.
That's like both your things. I think you like skitter it along the deck, right? And it's like sliding across the wood, like about to like slip down into the cargo bay. Is like, Yana, you're going to grab it on your turn as your object interaction. Rhea, that was your action. That's your bonus action. You throw the ring to Yana.
Now is not a time for jewelry.
I thought you were going to say ring of jumping. I thought Yana was going to like do some real hero stuff.
I don't have that.
Didn't even know that existed.
There's two.
Reggie and I have
we have extras.
Well, then, my technique is way more psychotic, but this is fine.
Oh, I've used the whale ring to great effect. So have fun with it. It's great. Yeah, have fun.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Whale ring, pretty clutch. Okay, yeah. I'm down one of those spells. I'm only down a couple of these. Okay. Okay. At this point, I think that the captain is going to like step out around the side of the wheel here, like moving forward, and I think like she turns, looking back towards the cabin, and
Chompers get a attack of opportunity.
I wish.
Yeah, if only, right? Yeah. And I think that she like wheels, looking back at the orc at the wheel, and she's like, "Where's Morris and Cade? Get them out here!" And like she turns, looking at a lot of you, and is going to. Oof, complicated combat. Oh yeah, she proceeds to cast. You see her like raise like one hand up out from behind the shield, and the glove almost has like a plate that drops down, and there's just like this spray, 60-foot like wide cone of almost what look like darts, like needles, come like hammering out of like the arm of her armor at you guys. I need Yana and Professor to make dexterity saving throws.
Do I know what the spell is?
Sure. Yeah, make an Arcana check, let's say. DC's 10.
Okay. Have to roll pretty poor. And I did.
If we could just clip that would be great.
Yeah, really. Seriously.
So you gotta follow us on
clip
TikTok
this week,
because this is gonna get on there. Oh boy.
Let's clip this one.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
I think I'm amazed. I think I'm too amazed to even consider counterspelling.
Yeah.
So I need to make a dexterity saving throw with a dexterity of 0.
Yana, don't forget you get your aura bonus for your charisma. Oh, brutal.
Level 5, my man. Not level 6.
Oh, no! Paladin auras. You both take 12.
No, that's why I asked earlier. I was like, hey, are we 6
yet?
yet?
Good question. You both take 12 points of piercing damage as needles come like hammering into the side of the ship, like spraying into the pair of you. That's her turn. That's the top of a round. Lux, you're up on 14.
I will make a concentration check on my haste.
Oh, good call.
Oh, come on.
Lux, you didn't cast Hunter's Mark yet. Wow, that was close.
Just barely. Just barely.
That's really close.
Oh my god.
Well, Lux, you're up.
Okay. Yeah. To the lady. Oh, 29.
Yeah, that one will hit.
29?
Oh my god.
Can't shield that.
No. Oh, for 11.
Okay.
She should try. She should use the spell slot. She should try the shield.
Yeah, she should just give it a shot. Another one. Oh, brutal. No. Another one. Another 29. Another one.
Another one.
And another.
Another.
It's like Lux is played by Lady Gaga.
You guys seen that House of Gucci? It looks wild.
It looks crazy.
Did I already tell you about this? I went to some movie today, and like old people were screaming that there were too many previews.
Yeah, that's amazing.
because it was starting too late, and the Lady Gaga, the House of Gucci preview came up, and the guy just goes, "This is ridiculous." I was like, "I know, it's amazing."
Oh man,
I love grumpy old people, especially because
they were in.
Okay, boomer.
They make me seem cheerful.
Okay, 29 to hit. I'm sorry.
for 13.
Got it.
But now I will only think of Lux as an Astro Lady Gaga for the rest of the session.
Another one.
What is that your turn, Lux? That's your action. That's your haste.
Gosh, I keep forgetting to say bonus action Planar Warrior. But
tighten up, get better. You can bonus action Planar Warrior.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. For another 3.
I think at this point in the close range, you realize the force damage is not as effective as you want it to be.
Squeeze
I think that I said the force damage is not as effective as you want it to be. The orc.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
And another one.
Okay, so the orcs are going to shoot at you, Lux. And another one.
Bring it
and
on.
Another one.
20 hits.
Geez, you're like weaving and dodging. They just barely glance you with one of these crossbows. That's 1, 2, 3. This one is driving. Oops, I actually had an extra orc. I lost an orc somewhere, didn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's my 5th orc? Doesn't matter. The Oaken Bolter goes. It proceeds to, you watch these mechanical arms and you see it it attaches something to the harpoon that it's loaded in, and then it's and it's gonna fire a harpoon straight into the side of the dragonfly.
Oh, we should maybe.
No.
24 will hit. You hear this smashing explosion, and I think you hear Doc yelling from underneath, what the hell is going on up there? As
Doc, you take care of this ship.
As there is now a chain extending from the main ship, and then the arm proceeds to be it shifts forward the tiniest bit, and the arm unhooks the chain from itself and hooks it into a kind of eyelet that's here on the side of the ship. There we go. Chain.
8.
That's its turn. Yana, you're up on 6.
Cool. So how exactly does this ring work? Is that an action? A bonus action?
Yep. It's an action, and you basically make a melee attack. You roll, or a ranged attack. It's 1d20 plus 7 to attack, and then you decide how many charges you want to expend before you make the attack roll.
But the idea is a whale comes out of it?
Yeah, a giant spectral whale will come out of it and do 2d10 points of damage for each charge. So if you burn all 3 charges, it does 6d10 force damage and knocks them back 5 feet for each charge that you spend.
Get hit, though.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's plus 7.
And it's a whale shark. So
it is a whale shark, yes. Yep.
I love that.
And the whale stays out?
Nope, it's just a phantasm
Spectral
of
whale.
a big barreling whale shark that charges through everything and then vanishes. It's a single attack.
Got it. Okay. I thought it summoned the whale to hang out.
No, I shot it at a
wouldn't
Sphinx
that be
lady, but it disappears me.
That's fine.
Brief happiness.
And we shot it at gun.
I will... What's the range on it?
It's very far. You definitely can reach pretty much whoever you want on this thing.
Great. I'm going to fire it right at our little ballista friend.
Oh, nice. At the ballista friend. So make a roll. It's 1d20 plus 7.
Cool. What's the best way to do this? I guess I'll just roll the d20 plus
Sure, yeah,
7.
you could do that. There's an advanced dice roller in there that you could open up. But yeah, just push the 20 and that'll be fine. Just drop 1 20-sided.
14.
14 does not hit, unfortunately. How many charges did you burn? I was supposed to ask before you rolled.
Oh, sorry. Just the first one.
So I think you're like, and we see the like deck in front of it like explode as like planks like hurl up into the air. This giant whale shark like emerging out of your fist and like smashing into the deck of the rover. That's a miss. That's your action, Yana. You have movement and a bonus action.
Yeah, but that is an attack, isn't it?
Nope. Technically, it's an action, which is like activating the ring. It doesn't like fit into the rest of like you taking the attack action or whatever. Yep.
Okay.
Tricky.
Okay. I can't attack with a bonus action. Okay. Sorry about that. Still working on the aim on this thing. I think
that was the whale is so hard to shoot.
The whale is so hard to shoot.
Yeah. Shoot a whale.
Okay. That was Yana's turn, which is going to bring us to these. You see these suits of metal, like, they're like moving up here to the edge of the ship. And I think that legit they proceed to, 15 feet. It like, this one can get to here. This one can get out here. They come up to the chain and proceed to like, they start like hand by hand, like making their way across the chain. They're only able to like move half their distance as they're kind of like coming over the length of it. Professor, you're up on 23.
How many hit points does a chain have? Roughly, like give me a sense of scale. Like if I look at this,
yes.
Great question. It's probably got a lot. The armor class like won't be insanely high. Let me take a look here.
It's all good. You know, I don't want to back you into a corner on a ruling, but I think Reg would want to get a sense of what kind of firepower he would need in order to, quite literally, break the chains.
I think that the chain's AC is going to be like probably like 16, as it's just metal and like it's like attacking a suit of plate mail, but it's got somewhere between like 10 and 20 hit points to just break a link. It won't be that. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. He would like to step forward, fire a firebolt at the chain.
Got it.
Short of where short of where they currently are, and to be super sure, he is going to use his clockwork amulet in order to ensure a 18 to
Got
hit. With that roll.
So you proceed to like grab the amulet as you're like pointing the like decoder, and the firebolt like leaps off.
Yeah, he has like, I think it's a situation where he like goes he takes the decoder and then like pops off the back that's got the clockwork mechanism in it, and like I don't think he initially charges it, but he goes to look and he sees the like thing, the chain like in the space. Is like, if I miss this, so yeah, he activates it and then just like a little bit of fire comes out. Might not be enough, but here we go. So the to hit is
17 points of damage. Like an arc welder, Reg. I think that like you proceed to like fire down, and you see one of the links of the chain like just gleam orange as it's like snaps, chain falling, the animated armor like smashing into the side of the ship. We're gonna give it a strength check. The top one like is able to kind of cling to the edge, but the second one, let's see here.
Yeah, you should fall over like when you let go of the other side of a tug of war.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think that you watch the bottom set of armor like it like bounces off the hull of the ship before it just like plummets like completely like out of sight into space.
That was clutch.
Well done, Professor.
It was pretty good. I did.
Goodbye. Write us a postcard.
The armor, which I shouldn't have. I think it was somewhere right around here. Reg, that's your action. You got a movement. You got a bonus action.
Reg shall move. One moment, please. He's going to move, but he's going to stay Actually, is he going to get any closer? No, he will stay there. Oh man, sorry.
I know it's tough with the spellcaster over there. I don't want to be.
Yeah, but he'd want to stay close to them. So I think this is the best that he could do, and that's his turn.
Okay.
Seeing what the captain did to us, I think Rhea will bless everybody on the break. Concentration is gone on the wind wall, but we'll bless everybody else. So everyone gets +4 to or D4, to your attack rolls and saving throws, and then Chompers will come over and attack. Take a big bite out of this lady. Hopefully, 23.
23 is gonna hit.
When we're blessed by Clancy, do we get like anything around us or like anything?
Yeah, maybe there's a little turtle. Like on your ear.
Shoulder, like,
Yes.
You can do it.
Yes.
9 force damage.
You're
Actually, it should be
have?
like a turtle halo.
Yeah.
It's a halo that's like a turtle shell.
yeah, exactly. Chompers lands pretty solidly. Got it. You see the force damage not doing as much as you had hoped, but regardless, that's Clancy. What else you got? Oh, and you cast Blast. That was your turn.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna stay where I
Okay.
am. Yep.
She is going to. Shit.
It's a understandable thing to do in the middle of combat.
Is, right? She
Can we take a break? Take a 5.
Right.
Yeah.
I think she's taking a 2.
That was funny.
Oh my goodness.
You see, like, one of her hands. She proceeds to like bring an arm up to her neck, and you see like a dart, like stab her in the throat out of the side of the thing, and she's like turning, looking back towards the cabin, like, where are those two? At which point she is gonna move. I have to double check myself on a couple of my things here. Oh, right. Okay, that was her action. Then as she proceeds to like stab herself in the neck with this like syringe, you see like this flash of light, and she like reappears down here in the middle of the deck and then charges back. Yeah. And throws herself into the cabin. She like throws these doors open on this back cabin and like dives in. The whole way she's like yelling. She's just like, Cade! Morris! What are you doing? That's her turn. Lux, you're up on 14.
So here's the question. Did she close the door behind her? Because I can see the itsy bitsy is under her token.
You can, if you want to try to move and shoot in there, you can, for sure.
I think I want
to. You don't like have great line of sight on her.
No.
But go for it. Make attacks.
Okay. Yep. 29.
The double 29.
Another one.
Double 29.
Another one.
Another one.
You hear like a shout from inside the cabin. Roll damage.
11.
I think you found
Second attack. Oops.
I'm not gonna do Planar Warrior because that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, no, it's fine. Well, I can Hunter's Marker, right? Right?
Sure,
yeah.
you can try.
Yeah, she's Hunter's Mark. What am I doing? Why am I not Hunter's Marking her? What am I doing?
What are you doing?
What am I
being
doing?
a ranger who forgets the Hunter's Mark.
I mean, that's
29!
Yes!
Oh my god! This is incredible.
What is going on?
Okay, go ahead. Roll damage.
Oh, boo.
Look, I don't
I
want to
should
take.
be adding a D4 to these anyway, but I don't think it matters at all.
Don't want to take
8.
credit, but like Reg's haste is
It's pretty powerful.
Yeah, pretty powerful. Then again, this has also got the blessing of Clancy. You've got a turtle shell over your head.
That's 2 attacks. That's your bonus action, hasted action.
Another one.
There is literally something wrong. There's absolutely something
It's like
wrong.
when you think that like the settings on the thing are just like set to just be 29.
Another 11.
Wow.
Dude, it's just Hunter's Mark once a turn, is it?
I think it's every
hit.
Attack.
Yeah,
I
Hunter's
think it's
Mark
every
is
hit.
Every hit.
I am looking, and you literally have rolled 27, 5 of a natural 19, 5 of the last 6 attacks.
That's wild.
And I am checking. Nothing is broken.
It's
just dice.
Yeah. The archers like get ridiculous, man. You guys are at that level now. Lux.
Oh my god, though. But if you had brutal critical, oh my god.
That's a keen weapon.
Yeah.
She needs a keen weapon. That's your action. That's your bonus action. That's your hasted action. Is that your turn?
Yes. She's still up? That's all piercing. None of that is force.
You can't like see that well in there though. Like you just sent these 3 arrows in, and like you hear like screams of pain as she's like pulled herself kind of out of the way around the edge of the corner. Lux, that was your turn. These guys go. The chain is broken. They had like all kind of started moving towards it. They're just like, rah! So yeah, these 3
breaking the chain.
They wheel up. They are all gonna fire at Lux. Bait. Those all miss, right?
Yep.
Crossbow bolts just like skittering across the deck. One of them like sailing right over your head, Reggie, as that's their turn.
They are way less of a good shot than you are.
Practice makes perfect, you know.
Okay, on 7, this thing goes. I'm just double checking my stuff.
I think Reg says something with Lux right in front of him. If I was not otherwise inclined, that demonstration of force would impress me in a very strong. Oh goodness, what's coming at us?
The catapult fires once at you. The ballista, I should say, Lux. 25. A ballista bolt hammers into you for 17 points of piercing damage.
Oh, yeah, okie dokie.
How you looking?
And it fires another harpoon at the side of the ship itself.
11.
Yeah, that's very funny, isn't it? I gotta double check my actual armor class on the Dragonfly.
She's so strong. What are you even talking about? The most dexterous ship in the astral sea.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, I'm at like 17 out of almost 50.
It's AC 12. She's AC 12. You would say
What? You need to get some more armor on this.
It's a big giant wooden spaceship, you know. We don't talk about it much, but it's a lot of wood.
We should be talking about
that.
Yeah, we
20-minute monologues.
Still, though, it's unable to get another chain set up, which brings us back around to Yana on 6.
All right, then let's try this one more time for the hell of it. Let's go, and you said 3 charges, so I'll burn 2 and just
come on.
fire at
Got
the
it for the ballista. Go for it.
Now,
does this get blessed or not?
Yeah.
I was
gets
just gonna
blessed.
say, does this get
Yeah.
blessed? Ooh, sweet.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so it's 1d10 plus 11, or
1d20.
1d10 plus a d4 plus
a d20.
Okay.
Yeah, plus
Plus a
11.
d4,
or plus
yeah.
7. Yeah. Plus 1d4. It's really
Okay.
like...
All right.
Oh! Kevin, I'm so sorry, man.
What a welcome back.
Come play D&D, we said. It'll be fun. Yana.
You want to do range combat, Paladin?
Oh,
sure.
Oh, +7.
On a ship? This is a 1 though, right? So just
well.
Sorry, Reg just cut off our boarding path,
Yana,
so it's
I'm
all
really
fine.
sorry. You fire the second spectral whale, and I think as you do, the ship pitches a little bit, and it just smashes into the side, wood kind of spraying up around as you blast part of the rover. But that is a miss, unfortunately. You do have movement in your bonus action.
I do. Any other magic rings that you might have?
Yeah. I mean, I have.
Rhea does have a lot of magic rings.
I mean, you're just with the whale.
My ring of jumping.
Yeah, I think I have the ring of feather falling, so I don't know how much.
What is the ring? What is a ring of jumping? Is what Yana says.
You use it to jump really far.
How does it? Sorry for context. How does that work?
Bonus
it's just your
jump.
bonus action and a cast
bonus action jump.
Which
say?
triples your jumping distance.
You could get up
there. Yeah, Yana holds out their hand.
Yeah, it's please.
The ring collector.
Yeah, really.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah, the professor and Lux both have one.
Yeah. Can I take the ring from her?
That'll.
Great. And then with my movement, I'm gonna jump.
Okay. Let me double check your. What is it? It's 1 foot per, and then it's tripled.
This could work. I mean,
and your strength is really high. I think you have to wait until your next round is the catch, because Lux can't give you the ring till her turn. But on your next turn, you could jump.
Got it.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, Professor, you're up on 23.
Oh, goodness.
Lux, you're moving too rapidly, pulling the ring off your finger to slide it over to Yana as soon as you get a second. Yana, you're gauging the distance.
What are we doing? Are we boarding?
Well, at least one of us will be.
I don't have a way to do that, I don't think.
I think that she is gone and out of view. I think that the biggest thing, I think that the Reg would seen the success of it before. I think would just pull out the decoder wheel yet again and cast a chromatic orb of thunder damage at the oaken bolter.
Go for it.
At this
Go
point.
for it.
Stepping just past Lux, excuse me, and doing that at first level, sure. Probably should have gone higher, but
16 is its armor class. That hits.
Yes.
Good, because I can't see the dice rolls because I messed up. I somehow popped that out. Here we go.
Oh, I hate
that.
Yeah.
And come on. Okay, show me. Whatever. Does it show the damage?
7 points of thunder damage.
Huzzah!
2 1s in there. It's brutal.
Yeah, that was
2
unfortunate.
1s. My God.
Professor, that's your action.
Yeah, I think the professor glances over at our ballista briefly.
There is a ballista up here, yes.
Ben!
Waffle!
And then activates his ring of jumping.
And Sharp Jumper want to help us?
Jumps over in oh no, he doesn't want to do that because they're there. Oh no. I think he will go here. That's where he will jump. And that is his turn.
Okay. It's at this point. Oh no, that's not happening yet.
Oh dear. That was something.
Okay, Rhea, you're up on 18.
Okay, let's have Chompers move over and then take a bite out of the bolt.
Okay. 22 hits.
22.
Gosh, legend.
12 force damage.
Wow.
Was the force damage just not working on
just the captain
as well on
nope,
the
works fine
the
here on the bolter. I think you see wood like splinter flying everywhere. The captain seems to have some resistance to force damage.
And then let's like 1, 2 little cure wounds first level on Lux, and then for 8, and then we'll just move back a little bit. That's a turn.
Lux, you're up.
Yes. Is she like fully out of sight now?
Yes, she's like in cover back here. Well, actually, make a perception check.
Question, do I have advantage because we're in space? It's my favorite terrain.
Yes.
And she's Hunter's Mark, right?
You do have advantage because you're in space.
Well.
Yeah, you could still just barely see her in there. Okay. She's not under like total cover. She's got the same cover she had before, so you can just barely see her.
All right, let's at least.
I love that she didn't move away from the door. The captain decided, I'm just gonna stay in this spot where I've been.
I only had so much movement. I haven't had another turn yet.
Yeah.
Oh wait, did I have another turn?
Didn't she go before?
She wasn't on the. I think she wasn't on the track.
I went too quickly.
You skipped her.
Yeah, she would have moved out of cover. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say because she does go before me. Yeah.
Yeah, so she actually like falls back, but I think with your 12 perception check, you see people in there, so you can you can't identify who they are, but you could shoot blind into there if you want. I mean, like shoot at the target with cover, not knowing who it is specifically. Does that make sense?
Yes. Huh. Gosh. I kind of want to do it just because that's kind of fun, but...
Yeah.
I mean, I have three attacks, right? Like...
Mm-hmm.
Sure!
You're blessed.
Why not? Why not? Why not?
Okay. Go for it.
Yeah.
14 is going to be a miss.
Plus.
That is
that is
bless. Yeah, 14 is going to be a miss. I love you guys with your global attack modifiers. You guys are really... Second attack.
Then yeah, I think Lux will be like and then turn and attack this ballista thing that's hurting her shit.
Okay, you fire one arrow skittering into the darkness, and then you wheel at the ballista the arrow
totally
plunking
terrible.
into the deck in front.
Okay.
At this point,
here we go.
It's
23 hits.
Balance. Hooray!
Plus
9.
Hunter's Mark.
Gosh, it's not Hunter's Mark.
Oh, correct. Sorry.
That was a big old
is your
bummer.
bow magical?
No, I don't think so. Nope.
Oops. Okay.
So sad.
It is so sad.
Yeah, that was a bummer of a turn. I've been having good ones, so I guess it was coming.
Okay, with this, they're screaming at this one orc that's over here, and so I think that he wrenches on the wheel of the ship.
Oh, that bump.
I know, brutal.
I mean, I know it's all
Oh.
And now we're all in space.
Sorry. He proceeds to wrench on the wheel of the ship, and you see it begins to drop almost it's under you, it's going to crash in, and it's at this point that the other 3 orcs are they're gonna jump.
Yeah.
The distance.
Oh.
Amazing.
Brutal.
This guy definitely stumbles and does not make it. This guy really didn't have to actually roll. He's stupid close. I think this guy hits the edge of the ship and is on the other side of the railing, clinging to it.
Buddy.
Oops, he's wrong. This one here. They're like hanging off the edge of the ship, but this one manages to like just jump over at you, Rhea, and he is gonna swing. He's got an axe in one hand and a small like shield. 17.
That just misses.
Okay. Your like shield coming up to deflect it. That's all the orcs. On 9. A figure comes like striding out from the cabin, like looking at what's happening. You see this tall human looking fellow. He is here. He's a mysterious note. He's wearing this kind of like fur coat and like little bits of armor. He has an axe like clutched in one hand, and he's just kind of like sizing up what's happening on the deck as he like glares over, like looking at the lot of you. And you see that in fact he's flying, his feet like hovering over the decks of the ship. He like proceeds to I'm gonna figure out what I'm doing here. Oh, he spots Yana. And he comes like flying up over the lot of everyone. And I think he just comes flying up next to the ship. And he's going to be like, you've caused us a good bit of trouble.
Me? What did I do? All I did was just, leave the area, but wish I was being kept against my will, and get on this ship and go away. I feel like that's completely reasonable.
It's honestly not unreasonable. So here's the thing.
I do appreciate you flying all the way over here to apologize to me, though. That's very nice.
I'm going to give you this one chance to pay me enough to kill the captain and leave here without you, or I have to bring you back.
Pay you enough. You wouldn't happen to accept Glarendar gold, do you?
No, we have so much gold.
Yeah, we have barrels.
That's a good 6 seconds.
It was a good 6 seconds. He proceeds to try to hit you with the flat of his giant axe, Ren. He's doing subdual damage. Yana. Jeez. The Glarendar threw me right off. 14 and 7 both miss. The ballista goes.
No.
Do you have him on Whisper? Or is Roll20 just behind for me?
Whisper.
On Whisper.
It's on Whisper, it looks like.
Got it.
Okay. The ballista goes. It is going to fire once at you in the back there, Professor. 11 is a miss, and I think that it like quickly like reloads another harpoon that it's going to try to hammer into the side of the Dragonfly. 12.
Oh.
The Dragonfly.
I should have blessed the ship.
Taking another 8 points. You should have. Another 8 points of piercing damage. Got it. That actually should be higher. Got it. The Dragonfly a bit damaged as the chain now like hammers in, like tethering again. And this brings us right around to Yana. It's your turn. You've got the ring of jumping. I think Lux gave it to you. This guy is like flying next to you. You're much closer to the other ship. What do you want to
do? He would get an attack of opportunity, right?
Yeah, if you fly away. Yep, that's true.
But seriously, we have so much gold.
Yeah.
I think he does just like, he like glances back at the cabin and just like growls at you. He's like, I'd like nothing better than to take the head off this dwarf and fly away with this goddamn thing on my own. You think I like working for him?
Well, workers' rights and all. You could just decide that you don't want to do that anymore and find a better profession.
Ask him if he's being oppressed.
Yeah, there are a lot of people in the galaxy, that have money.
I think with this person right in front of them, Yana will say, well, since you offered me the courtesy, I think I'll do it back to you. I'll give you a chance to fly away.
I think that he just like looks back at the cabin one last time, like, I can't walk for nothing.
All right. Well, hopefully you won't be able to walk anywhere after this then. Bonus action, cast Divine Favor. So that would deal radiant damage, but, I'm sure this guy has no problem with that. And then I'll start swinging.
Nice. Yana, with the Divine Favor, this is your Divine Intervention, right? It basically, like, makes your weapon holy or whatever it is, right?
No. Divine Favor just gives me an extra D4 damage, radiant damage every hit.
Right.
Channel Divinity is something else, and I have not done that yet.
Okay.
Okay, so I could just click on this, I think.
Yep,
right?
one-handed or two-handed. You have two separate entries.
Yeah, one-handed.
That'll be the first one. 9. You do have Bless. Roll 1d4 for Bless.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting about that.
12. Unfortunately, still a miss. His axe, like, swinging down, blocking it out of the way.
Oh, that's fancy footwork there. And then swing again. Because I have extra attack.
Yeah. That one will hit.
I feel like 8.
For 14 points of damage plus a 1d4.
Yes. Right, because it incorporates all the other stuff, I think.
Yep, your dueling, your magic, your strength.
Yeah, perfect. And then the extra d4. 16.
Nice. You, like, cleave down into this guy, the radiant, like, light glowing around the sword, and I think he hisses like, ah!
Well, I tried to tell you.
It's fine, then. I'll sell you back and steal his ship. Yeah, Yana, that was your action? That was your bonus action, the casting of Divine Favor? That's your turn?
Bonus action, and extra attack, yep.
Okay. Got it. I think that the freaking armor, like, clambers its way along the chain, pulling itself up onto the deck of the ship in front of you here, Lux, where it wheels on you and will slam. It punches out twice with gauntleted fists. Oh!
Yeah.
It's 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
That's that turn. Professor, you're up on 23. There's a whole conversation that's happening over here. I think you hear yell from down inside the cargo bay that's just like, did you guys say you needed help?
Yes! Yes! Roll that beautiful initiative. Come on, Sharp Jumper.
You see the frog like clinging to the underside of like the cargo bay door, like hanging down there, prepared to enter the fray.
I think that the professor will see Sharp Jumper coming up and just look and say, give this one a hug.
Yeah.
And
hell yeah,
dude.
Bonus action, activate the ring of jumping. Jump over this guy basically in order to land on the ship. That's
okay. So one orc will take an attack of opportunity against you while you jump. He is gonna swing out with his battle axe one-handed as the jumping hippo leaps, sailing over him like
leaping hippo.
You land on the deck of the rover.
I think if I can, for flavor, I think Reginald's just gonna pat the orc on the head as he passes by over top of him, lands on the deck, twists the decoder wheel, and then flashes it at the oaken bolter, casting Chromatic Orb at 2nd level. On the bolter. Let's do this, please.
Oh my!
Dice be with me.
Oh yeah!
21 damage.
That's a lot of damage.
That was a really fulfilling animation on my screen.
Yeah, that was great.
Okay. Did that work? That didn't work. Well, how annoying. That's 21 points. Yeah, Professor. It's still up, but just barely, as like wood explodes all over the place. It's like moving ever so slightly, like twisting itself towards you, but it is like badly, badly damaged.
At this very moment, I think Reginald would like an action surge, but that is not a thing available to him. So instead, he will, draw the attention of the ballista.
Yeah.
I think by just like slowly creeping back with his last bit of movement. That's my turn.
Attention is drawn. As like the ballista's like one of the wheels is like kind of shattered. You know what I mean? It's like thumping a little bit as it tries to turn towards you. At this point, you see a figure that's like stepping out from inside the cabin in the doorway to look at you, Professor. They're like glaring towards you. Their eyes are just glimmering blue flames. It's almost like fire rolling up out of their head. And there's this kind of eldritch blue light like wreathed around them as they peer out at you and are just like, give Q. We are here to take back what was taken. There is no need for you all to die here.
Of this much we agree.
I'm sorry, I'm double checking my spells really quickly. And yeah. And then I think it proceeds to cast on you. Stop your friends. Allow us to end this. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, Professor, as it is casting Crown of Madness at you.
You have bless.
Yeah, D4.
Somewhere
D4.
Riley is screaming.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay, with the bless. Yeah, we'll go ahead and not do a thing.
Oh.
I will use it won't matter. It won't matter. I can't. Did that have the bless?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It did not?
No, it didn't.
It didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't roll the bless. Okay.
But even with
I will roll. I have bless
he
activated.
has something. I think he has something else he can do here, depending on what the bless
add
is.
the bless.
Oh.
And then I will use my oh my goodness, my arcane deflection.
Wow.
Just barely to get my saving throw up to a 15, which I hope is the DC.
It is the DC.
Praise Clancy.
Praise
amazing.
You
I think I might look up at the little like turtle up above.
There was like a whole thing that just happened there of him, like the professor going through immediate risk assessment of like, no, my mind is trained for this. The academy prepared me to resist this. Oh no. Yeah. Excellent, Professor. You resist the effects of the Crown of Madness, and you see this person just kind of frown at you, shaking your head like, now you've made this difficult. At which point they step back into cover. Rhea, you're up on 18.
All right,
and I'll say, just for anyone's sake, just because I use it so rarely, I feel like this arcane deflection is like, red, like it's a thing about him. It's like almost like a shell or a shield that like activates about his body that like he barely controls. So I think he's very shocked.
It's almost like the crown like appears and then kind of like cracks and like slips off this like sort of bubble that's around you, right?
Yeah, he's already got a clan. He's already got
the turtle's like little Pac-Man. It's like
get out of here.
He was like beat it up.
All right, you're saying the bolter looks pretty bad. Let's try and finish that thing off with Chomper.
14 is a miss. It's AC 16. Chompers, come on.
Chompers.
You're doing your best, Chompers. You're doing great, buddy.
Okay, let's pull out the trident and attack this orc in front of me.
Critical one. You like shove the orc out, and I think he just like slaps the trident down, like laughing at you. Yep.
He's taken a reaction because he tried to attack. So can I? Yeah.
No, never mind. I was gonna ask if Chompers was blessed.
Nope.
No, he's not blessed.
Yeah, no.
Cannot bless your spell effects.
No, I can't leave Sharp Jumper in the way. I don't know. I guess I'll just stay there, I guess. Yeah. All right, I'll stay there. Very torn, though.
Okay. Feels like a rough plan. I'm sorry.
No, everything went poorly.
Lux, you're up on 14.
Yes, she is. Okay. I guess first things first.
This orc, just to frame things, the orc here is hanging off of like the rail with like outside the ship. The suit of armor is like standing next to you, and this big dude with this fur coat is like flying next to the ship, like just eyes for only Rin. Yana, good God.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Lux is going to cast Misty Step.
Well,
and get over onto the ship.
Very nice.
And gosh.
So you catch sight of this person like hiding around the corner in the doorway. They have like 3/4 cover. They have very good cover, but you can see them in the room, and you still have your movement.
Gotcha. Yes. I do still have my movement. That's right. Lux. I think there's got to be an arrow for the ballista situation.
Yes, please.
18 hits.
Bingo.
By the way, I figured it out. I had Bless turned on for attacks, but not for saving throws. That's why I was so confused.
Yeah.
You proceed to fire an arrow, detonating the ballista, just like burst, wood collapsing, one of the arms like just like grabbing at nothing.
Right. And then these two orcs are by their like hands, right, on the side of the ship.
Yeah, these two are both like clinging to the railing, having not like made the jump over the edge.
Can I try and like shoot for their hands to try and make them fall?
Sure, yeah, shoot for their hands.
Great.
That hits.
Oh boy.
Which one, top or bottom?
Bottom.
Yeah, so
first.
You just put
11.
an arrow clean through his hand, and I think he's like, ah! And like as he's looking at it, he reaches and like grabs the arrow, and you just watch him like, ah!
That was actually his lifeline. It was like, in the...
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Another one for the other guy.
Another one.
Another
one. Ooh, 16?
Hits. He does not have his shield out.
12.
Yeah, this one, he like has one arm up, and like his friend grabs his hand, and he like is coming up, and you just like, and you see like a finger go like flying in the air. I think the camera like zooms in to the single finger like cartwheeling, and the orc up here looks as he's like, like he plummets out of sight. Those guys are both dead, falling into the void of space.
That was a good round, Lux. That was really
That felt good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
Okay, great.
cleanup right there. Lux. Those guys are all down. This orc that's still on you, however, Rhea, wheels around with the battle axe and attacks. 19.
Hits. Yep, hits.
The axe like staggering you back for 5 points of slashing damage. This guy on the wheel of the ship, he's like turning like, where's the captain? What do I do? And then I think he like just looks at you and like looks back at the wheel and looks at you, Professor, like, Rah! And he like lets go and comes charging down off the stairs, like swinging at you with the battle axe. 22.
That hits.
6 points of slashing damage. I'll take a concentration check on that haste.
Yeah, of course you will.
Come on. Oh, I gotta do for
yes.
bless.
Oh yes, you do. Haste still up.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Those con saves like pros.
Okay, this guy goes. He now, like, looking back, like, wheels around, and I think, like, his feet connect on the ship as he lands, flanking poor Yana. And he's gonna unload. Oh, this sucks. Okay, he makes his first attack at you with advantage.
For whom?
10.
Oh.
Yana, your new sword, like, bang! There's that moment. The sparks, like, fly off the blade of his axe, and you're, like, standing just, like, holding the blow, and he grunts, like, wheeling it around. He makes his second attack with advantage. 15, does that hit? Nope.
No.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, Yana's got the AC.
Sucks for him. They sure do. Yana wearing the dope-ass Oakstone armor. This grunt.
Yeah, which also, by the way, fires off as I use one of the things to find out. Let's see if this guy has any resistances.
For anyone watching at home, in a previous life, Yana received a armor actually given by Grace of all people that grants
and shout out
some information.
He has no resistances of any kind.
Okay.
Sharp.
Oh wait, technically he missed twice,
Yeah.
didn't he? So I could burn off another one because I could do it every time there's a miss.
Sounds accurate. I don't know.
Cool. And then
Grace, you designed it. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have it written down here. But yeah. And then so this time I'll see if there's any weaknesses.
Any weaknesses? He has no specific.
Vulnerability.
Yeah, he has no specific vulnerability.
Oh, vulnerability.
Yep.
Sorry.
No problem.
Okay, cool. All right, that's fine. Carry on.
He's allergic to root vegetables.
Oh, that would super suck.
That hit hard on Taylor for some reason.
That went really hard.
That one just like I
That
can feel that.
That would like hurt. Like destroy my life.
Sharp jumper.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's really over here. Brutal. Sharp Jumper has to use the entirety of his movement, but he does like scurry up onto the deck of the ship and come like racing down here, uses his action to dash, at which point he's at the ballista and is like unstrapped it and is wheeling it back around like man.
Yeah.
Sharp Jumper.
I said to hug the orc.
Oh yeah, you sure did, and he was just like,
but he just did. Nope.
He
you know, we gotta wipe down the ballista.
Yeah, exactly. Sharp Jumper, he had an agenda when he came up here. Yana.
Actually, poison ballista sounds actually like not
I
that
mean,
bad.
there are perks there.
Yana.
Yeah.
I just love that Rich's strategy in this is to just have NPCs threaten to shoot a ballista, and that's. So far, we've had Ben do it. Now we have had Sharp Jumper do it.
Yeah, it's great. The more stuff I could have the NPCs do without actually doing anything, the better. Yana, you're up on 6.
Sword's pretty good, huh? And then we'll swing at this dude whose name I don't have.
His name is Cade, but you don't know that yet. Yeah.
Yeah. His name is I'm soon to be dead.
Cade, why does that sound familiar to me?
I know it does sound familiar.
Right?
Yeah.
23 hits. 20. Yeah. Don't forget your extra 1d4. Plus, here, I can add.
Oh, it's just 1. So 15 for the first hit. And then swinging again. 9 plus bless. Let's see if it helps. 13.
13 unfortunately is a miss.
That's all right.
I am messing with your sheet. I have added the divine favor thing. That should just add on to your damage now when you roll.
Oh, cool.
Cool. Okay, that's one hit for 15, though. The radiant damage, like, searing into him as he kind of, like, growls, and he's, like, eyes back to the deck of the ship. Yep.
Oh, I'm out of practice. I really shouldn't have stayed off those adventures.
He's like, you just should have stayed in your tank, weirdo. This guy's a jerk. Animated armor goes behind you. It's going to wheel on you, Yana, as everybody else seems to have left you up here fighting for your life. 2 slams.
I purposely did not.
You sure did not. So. You sure did not. 18, does that hit you, Yana?
No.
It doesn't. No, it does not. Awesome. You feel the, like, 2 blows, like, hammer into the armor at your back to no avail. Professor, you're up on 23.
Yes. Does anyone look particularly at risk health-wise at this moment? Okay, but you don't have anyone right near you. But you do have. Can I see this this person that stepped back in?
Yeah, you don't have a great line of sight on them from here, but if you move over a little bit, you will be able to see them. They're like undercover from that wall, right? So standing right here, you can't see through that piece of wall.
Yes.
This is your door.
No, I think what I will do instead is oh goodness. Sorry. The orc that's close to me has not taken any damage, right?
Yeah, from the gust of wind in the beginning.
Ah, perfect. Then I think like with it being this close, I think Reginald would just be a little flustered and just be like, Gabong! And
Gabong!
Cast Toll the Dead.
Gabong!
I hope this works. I had to manually enter this. I need a wisdom save.
It's very underrated Survivor Series.
All stars. So did he just take 11 points of necrotic damage?
It should take more. It should have rolled upcast because of
the dead
5th level.
Weird, but so 13 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah.
I think you just see him like he like grabs his ears for a second and like his eyes bug out, and then he just like coughs and like falls to like the deck of the ship, this like black kind of ichor pouring out of his mouth.
And I think Reg looks back at Lux and says, I don't think I like that one. And then moves in order to oh boy. Where do we go? I think he will get up here. Yes. Oh no! What do we do?
He's about to
hand off the chess piece.
Hold on. Let me think about it for a
problem.
Second. Let's do that. Turn.
Still flustered, Reg.
Yeah.
Yep. I think.
Where do we go?
I
think he's doing like the Martin Short thing. Where he's like, where do we go? I think he is very concerned about Lux being up front. So I think he will move over here and try to get line of sight on this person.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, and that is my turn.
As you step over there. Yep, bear with me 1 second. I just have so much stuff going on. Nope. Don't want that. Nope, don't care. Gosh, this one's tempting. Okay. Nope. So you see the figure like step back to here, Professor. Like there's a table, and they kind of like duck behind the table, eyes narrowing as they kind of peer out at you. And
yes.
Yeah, I'm going to have them. Oh God, this is tough. Yeah, they proceed to fire. Like a hand like points up, and this like black beam like lances off of their fingertips towards you. 26, 17, third.
Yeah. I think he will. Is that a third beam? Well, I don't know that. The second beam, yeah, I think that he will use his arcane deflection on the second one. And so it will add a +2 to his AC, so the 17 will not hit.
You take 1 point of force damage. Does the 16 hit?
The 16 does not hit.
Okay, you take 1.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Does the arcane deflection... I thought that worked against multiple attacks, but it's only against one attack. It would have to have done shield. Nope. That's what I said. So we're going to stick with that. The 16 does hit. Yes.
Okay, you take 8 points of force damage as 2 of the 3 beams hammer into you.
Yeah.
And yeah, they come like darting to the back of the room, like reaching for like the door behind them. And you hear them yelling like, "We have to turn it loose, Captain!" Rhea, you're up on 18.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's the wrong thing. I need to make 2 concentration checks.
Oh, yeah.
I will add D4s to these if I need to.
Drama. Oh, man.
And I used my reaction. On that.
Haste drops. Lux, you're exhausted for a round.
Brutal.
Bummer.
So stupid.
What was the second Constitution save?
The 2 Eldritch Blast.
I thought that my arcane deflection did. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered. The first one would have broken it anyway. But okay, all right.
Drama. Rhea, you're up on 18.
We're fine. Everything's fine. This is fine.
Seeing Reggie go gabong. Rhea will try that on the orc beside her. So that one could just make a wisdom saving throw. Yeah, that'd be great for Toll the Dead.
Okay.
Oh.
8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. I get nervous.
Perfect. A D12.
2D12.
So dumb.
2D12.
Level 5.
Cost me my actions.
It's 2D12. Oh, because I'm.
Yeah, you kicking
great.
it up. Yeah. Cantrips progressing. Oh, yeah. I think you just see him like. And he like falls backwards off the back of the ship as death takes him.
Reggie, that was a great idea. 5, 10, 15, move to flank over here. And let's move Chompers to come and attack this guy.
Meanwhile, the chain is still like connecting the ships. Like 26 hits.
Takes a big bite out of his shoulder.
The second chain was connected, yes.
Yeah. For 12 force damage to this human.
Got it.
Chompers takes a big bite. That's it. That's the turn.
Ace Chompers.
On 16, the door opens back here. Oops, hold on a second. Reveal. Yeah, the back door opens and you see the like captain is like standing back here, and she just kind of like yells to this dude with the glowing blue eyes, like, "Are they all dead?" And the guy's like, "It's gone. We have to turn it loose or we die here." And so she like turns and goes like darting back through this door, slamming it behind her, racing further into the ship.
Morris really wants to turn it loose. I think he just wants to die.
I think It wants to turn it
up. Lux, you may not move
turn loose
or take
what?
actions as the haste spell ends, and you just feel this crashing wave of energy. You are exhausted. You could speak and take actions. I guess you could take a bonus action in theory.
I think it says you can't take action, so I assume that means action and bonus action.
Yeah, I like the liberal interpretation that you've applied here.
There's not much I can do with my bonus action anyway, right? But yeah. Okay.
So you crash. You stand here like, oh. This guy goes.
Sorry, Taylor.
It was so fun.
Haste is awesome.
Yeah, he's going to just keep popping off here. Okay, 2 attacks here for Yana with advantage. 22 and 20.
Those do hit.
Okay, Yana, you take 5 points of slashing damage, and then he is going to use his ferocious surge on the second attack, and so this will just apply as a crit. We're just going to roll a quick critical hit, so that will actually be 14 points.
Well, hooray for that.
No, I'm sorry. 11 and 5. That's 16 points of damage total between both attacks.
11. That's 7?
Yes, plus his strength.
Oh, okay. I see what happened. All right, cool. How much was it? Sorry.
Oh, no, I'm lying. 10. It's going to be 15.
Yeah, the strength is on the 5.
15 points of damage altogether.
Okay, cool.
And that is his turn. Sharp Jumper goes. I think you just hear like... as like the ballista like pivots.
I swear to God, Rich, if you take another whole turn just to move the ballista.
Yana, as you're peering past this dude who seems intent on capturing you and locking you back in a fish tank, the little frog person whom you escaped Occam's with, like, peeks their head up over the top of this massive ballista that's like pointed right at his back, and he's like, I haven't shot this before. Be careful! Tonk! As the ballista like fires. Here we go, Sharp Jumper.
Come on, buddy. You can do it.
You can do it.
Gosh, I love
little
this.
buddy.
Love this image.
We all believe in you.
I believe in you.
I'm just gonna do one of these actually. 1d20 plus. He's got a good little dexterity. 13. This bolt just comes like sailing clean over past the both of you. You realize like he's so short. He just like, he's tilted a little bit up, and he's like, sorry, I'll reload it. Sorry about that. Yana.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's your turn.
Man, that did hurt. I'm gonna swing at him. Deal with this later, I guess.
Plus.
Yes.
You're blessed.
My bless. Thank God. Hopefully.
Hey.
Oh, I'm
17.
such a jerk. I even made you roll the bless, but he has an AC of 18. I'm sorry.
Oh.
You son of a...
What a dick move.
Wow. Yeah, all right. I'm going to have to swing again, and hopefully this one hits.
26 does hit. That's 18.
That
has the radiant damage added onto it.
It does, but it's missing one other damage. As there is a clap like the sound of thunder as I cast Divine Smite. I'll only do first level, though. Whatever this thing is that's being released, I keep a...
Yeah.
So I think I just hit this. Should do it.
It should. There's one loaded in there. Nice.
10 more.
That is
28 damage.
Points of radiant damage. This thunderclap rolls off. He like staggers backwards a little bit. Is that fear in his eyes? Yana, that's your action. You have a bonus action? Anything like that? Is that your turn?
Let me see if I can cast something as a bonus action, but I don't think it. No. Oh shoot, though. Hang on. This might shift stuff because I was hit twice. That means I have to roll concentration for divine favor.
Oh yeah, sure it does.
All right, so that's a d20, right?
It's just going to be a con save, basically, a Constitution saving throw. So that makes it.
All right. Well, so that one's it's that one be 15, and then
15. Nice, got it. Yep, your divine favor is still up.
So yes. 28 damage.
The animated armor goes fixated on poor Yana. It's just going to attack twice again with advantage. It's like slamming at your back. 21.
One of them hits. Yeah, that one hits.
You feel like a fist, like bam, connect with the back of your head, Yana, for 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Professor, you are up.
How does this other person that I can see through the room, how do they look?
Fine. I mean, like, there's not a lot left on the field. The guy fighting Yana looks pretty hurt. The armor is what it is, but this person has not really been hit by anything yet. They seem fine.
I don't know what you have, but I will say I'm not doing great.
This is a roller coaster.
I'm limited in what I can do because I took arcane deflection.
Okay, that's fine.
So I think. Goodness. Sorry, folks. I have like three options here.
You're
They're
all good.
The same.
You're good.
In a way.
A lot of hard choices to make here.
I think seeing that, I think Reg would make like a very quick decision and turn. And I think recognizing that the armor is affecting both Rhea and Yana, I think would probably, I don't know. I think, he would just make the quick decision to go after the armor and would cast a firebolt. He can only do a cantrip. Would cast a firebolt at the armor.
Oh, right. The arcane deflection. Go for it.
That's why I was like, I've been up in my feels about this because, come on.
Still 4 points of damage. Fire, like, kind of wrapping around the back of the armor.
I have regrets. And Reg will gosh. I can't leave her there. He will go back and stand by Lux. That's it. That's my turn.
Got it.
Oh.
Okay. I think that they like step to here and just like fire again. I think they're gonna go an Eldritch Blast for Lux, one for Reginald. 20! Lux, does 18 hit you?
Does now.
You take 8 points of force damage, Lux. Reg.
Ouch.
You take 14 points of force damage.
Mm-hmm.
Final attack. It's going to go for probably you, Reginald. How dare you resist that spell, jerk. 22? Sorry.
Yeah. No. I immediately realized that I had a thing on my previous turn. Reg is down.
Okay. Reg drops. And I think now...
That's with that extra 5 points?
Mm-hmm. I think that...
I was at 1 hit point.
I think that Lux, you see this figure like smile. The eyes flare for a moment as you hear the like crashing sound of the professor hitting the deck next to you. That's their turn. Rhea, you're up on 18.
The soft, gentle sound of his light body.
We'll cast Mass Healing
Word.
Hey!
Woo!
What?
So get every. Oh my God! I rolled a 1. But that's okay. So everybody gets 6 HP. So everybody's within 60 feet. I can do that on myself, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Sharp
jumper.
That's
cheers.
A bonus action. So let's attack this suit of armor with the trident in front of me at advantage.
Oh!
No.
What the
bullshit.
Oh my God.
I've rolled on this turn two 1s and a 2. So I get to re-roll some of those, right, Rich?
You're a halfling.
That's okay.
Furball.
Yeah, it's not allowed, right?
All right. That's my turn. Yeah, that's
Rhea,
my turn.
it was a good turn. Don't you doubt it.
It was a good turn. Yeah.
Lux, slightly bolstered. You see the professor laying on the deck of the ship, the decoder wheeling next to him, his eyes open like, Lux, what would you like to do?
Oh, gosh. What would Lux like to do? Is this person right there, right? Right there. But the professor is on the ground.
He's awake.
Do you look at the professor?
Yeah. Yeah, I think Lux is looking.
Yana and Rhea like
Help
tangling.
them.
Help Morris.
See, I'm looking from like the professor to the person that's directly like in Lux's like eyesight, that just down to the professor. Yeah, I think Lux, like having herself like breathing heavy, just coming off of the haste spell, is gonna like lean over to the professor and cast Cure Wounds.
I'm not them.
Okay, Professor, you are healed for 10.
10. Wow, I've never rolled so well.
Lux,
in my life.
that's your action. Hey, I saw all those 29s an hour ago. That's your action. You have.
I know. I'm saying like in this session, I've never rolled.
Yeah, Rangers like you. Ranger dice like you. Now you have movement and a bonus action if you want to do anything else.
I do. I would like to cast Hunter's Mark on this person in front of me.
Okay, so you let the other one drop and you are recasting Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
Got it.
I think Lux like makes it a point to like make eye contact with this person, with these flaming blue eyes of this person.
Lux, that's your turn. This brings us back to this guy, and I think I think that he.
You have gold.
Yeah, I think he legitimately like looks back at the ship and then he looks at you, Yana, and like he puts his hands up and like he lifts the axe above his head.
Yeah.
He lifts the axe above his head and he's just like, seriously, we've got an opportunity here. Help me kill them. I'll take the head off the fucking dwarf. Half their crew is dead. They were just hired mercenaries anyway. Let me take the ship and get out of here. I don't care where you go.
Oh, he's waiting for a response before he does anything else?
He steps back away from you to see if you take an attack of opportunity against him.
Yana says, sorry, you already had that
Okay,
chance.
take the attack of opportunity.
Yana! Ain't no rim, baby.
Yeah, about to say Yana's.
I love it. I love it. Take the attack of opportunity against him as he moves. 25 hits. He cannot parry that shit. So that's 17 points of damage.
Is he still standing?
So
right? Well, I guess I would have to.
badly hurt. He looks like badly hurt. But he is still flying. That was 10 feet of movement. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. He proceeds to, you watch him come flying over you, Lux and Professor, and he zooms around this side of the cabin of the ship. He's going to use his action to dash. His free object interaction is to open that door as he throws himself inside. At this point, Sharp Jumper goes, and he's like, excuse me, friend. I'm going to aim for that one this time. And he fires again the ballista at the animated armor behind you.
Yeah.
14.
Yes.
Come on, Sharp Jumper.
Come on, Sharp Jumper.
It proceeds to boom, like deflect off the armor. And he's like, this thing is so hard to load. He starts lifting one of his second ballista things up. Yana, you're up on 6.
Man, this is such a tough call. Yeah. How are you looking, Grace?
Oh, great.
Okay.
Pretty good. Yep.
Then I think I will take this opportunity to place my hands on myself and just lay on hands for all 25.
Nice. Yana healing themselves for 25 hit points.
Touch myself. Whoa.
Sick. Very nice. The animated armor will go. It's just going to keep punching at you. It's very one track. Like, your shield comes up, like, deflecting the punches easily. Professor, you're up on 23. You're prone.
Okay. I saw Flyboy go into
this door
here.
Yeah, like over here. There's like an actual door on the exterior deck here, right? He came like flying down and like raced himself into that door right there.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
What?
I'm the worst. Frankly, actually, the door probably should still be hanging open. So I will do that for you.
The door would be hanging open.
Yeah, but he like would have ducked around into the corner here.
So I can't see him.
Nope.
That's great. Okay, I am having fun. I'm just deep in thought. I'm deep in tactical thought.
This is a tricky fight.
Yeah, because what do I waste? What do I waste things on? I think that Reginald will stand up, will dust himself off, and say thank you to Lux. Bonus action, do what I should have done last turn, which is drink my superior potion of healing.
Hey.
Which is what is it? Is 40, 60 superior?
Superior should be 4d4.
4d4.
4d4
plus
plus
4. Okay, here's my 4d4. So that is 13 points of healing. What's Lux at, by the way?
11.
Okay, now I feel selfish. And he will step in front of her and point to the person and say, I'll wait right there. And cast Hold Person.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I would like a Wisdom saving throw, please.
I don't have any kind of special stuff against this. Okay.
I should hope not.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
They are held, Professor. You watch them go rigid.
That wasn't a very nice thing to do. End turn.
Okay. It's its turn. It does nothing. It gets to make a saving throw at the end of its turn. How very annoying of it. Raya, you're up on 18.
All right, I'm going to attack with the trident with advantage.
Hits.
22.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, much better roll than last time. That's one-handed, so 5 piercing damage. And Rhea will touch at her Clancy shell necklace to regain a second level spell slot.
Nice.
I'm not going to move, so that's my turn.
Okay.
Stab and pray to Clancy.
Lux.
Stab and pray.
Lux.
That'll be old.
It's a good one. It's a very classic cleric pattern right there. Lux, you're up on 14.2.
Stab and pray.
Yes. Lux, will just kind of like look past the professor, like
and
with the arrow.
I think the professor will look over his shoulder and give sort of a.
Oh my god.
Yeah. 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 And we'll fire Planar Warrior.
Avec avantage, please.
That's 22.
Yep.
24, I think you're at advantage because they're paralyzed.
Yeah, it's with advantage if paralyzed.
Indeed.
They are not critical hits because you're ranged attacking.
Not in melee.
So that's going to be 14 plus Hunter's Mark.
Yes, indeed. That's right. I have both on there. That's right.
That's 18 points of damage on the first attack.
Yeah.
Second attack.
Yeah. 25.
You just like burying
7
arrows plus the Hunter's Mark for another 12. That's 30 Lux as you like punch 2 arrows into this guy, like blood like just running down him, his eyes like the flames kind of like flickering a little bit. That's your action. You have movement and a bonus action. You use your bonus action for Horizon Warrior.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Okay. On 9, he is... Yep. You see, or you don't actually, Professor, because of the way you moved. You don't see this guy like dart through the space. Oh. But you guys would see him appear here in this room. And then like dive through this door and like slam it closed behind him. That's his turn. Sharp Jumper goes.
Come on, buddy.
Right? You could do it, little fella.
Got this. We believe in you.
17! It's AC 18. Tonk!
Jeez.
Armor!
Yeah. Oh, man.
I should have...
Brutal.
I should have done the hugging thing. I'm really sorry. I overestimated my dexterity. Yana, you're up on 6.
All right, I'm gonna try to take care of this armor before I do anything else.
You gotta get him.
21 hits.
21. So that's 10 for the first hit. And then gonna swing for the second. Nope, it won't matter.
Brutal. Nope, it's also AC 18. It is like looking barely up, as it's just gonna like return blows with Yana trying to like punch back. 14 and 10 both miss. It's got no advantage anymore.
It's not like this time.
Yeah, that guy left.
Which brings us to Professor on 23. They're like standing there held like.
If I can, Rich, can I fish the Ioun Stone out?
Sure.
Or activate the Ioun Stone?
Yeah, we'll give you that as like the object interaction. Sure. You toss it up over your head.
I deeply appreciate
we're getting
that.
fast and loose. We're throwing rings around everywhere. Let's pop off.
Because Reginald is going to look at this person in the face and say, "That wasn't very nice." Lower his head, toss the Ioun Stone up above it, charge forward, and when he gets to the table, bonus action Misty Step past the table and head first charge at the paralyzed.
Head down.
Yeah. That's amazing.
I don't know if they can make a strength saving
I think they
throw.
automatically fail.
You fail?
Automatically fail strength and dex saving throws. Yeah, they're thrown down to the ground, taking 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
I believe because it's a melee attack, it's considered a critical hit.
It sure is, so roll another die there.
Rolling another 2d6. So it's another 6 bludgeoning damage as they land prone. And I think Reg just like stands over them. And then suddenly realizes that he's made things harder for Lux. And kind of looks back.
He was very excited.
That's his turn.
She goes 15. Does that get him loose?
That fails.
Super failed. Rhea, you're up on 18.
DC is 16.
All right, let's have Chompers come over and take a bite first.
Yes.
Chompers. Hey, I'm really happy that the other one fell into space because
for real.
The armor,
pile of hit points. Yeah.
Honestly,
I had a vision of the Reg thing of it like being like in a video game where it's like right with the spectral.
They're good.
That's a miss.
15 miss, so we'll swing with the trident at advantage.
Wait, did you bless yourself or no?
No, I'm not blessed. That's
bang,
that's it.
bang, bang, bang. Guys are just like wailing away on this armor, which is still up. Lux, you're up on 14.
Yes, I think I gave away my ring of jumping. And I'm
sorry, Tay.
Did you?
No, it's fine.
Actually, did you? Because there was this moment where like Rich was like, you can't have the ring of jumping until like it's Lux's next turn. And then I think the whole situation changed. I don't think you ever threw the ring of jumping.
It's technically true.
Oh, that's true.
It is true.
That is the best kind of true.
The situation did change. I was just like assuming he still gave him the ring, but that's like a big assumption, you know.
I mean, I think the next turn, like Lux, like Missy stepped, right?
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine. So you still have the ring of jumping, sure.
Okay.
Benevolent DM, benevolent DM, benevolent.
So yeah, I guess
I'm just here to harass my players on Monday nights, Troy. Tuesday is for fun. Monday.
This is whimsy.
Yeah, this is whimsy. Monday is pain.
We say like 3 hours into a combat.
Reg got knocked
where
down.
I literally have notes of all the mistakes that I've made.
It's a whimsical combat. It's whimsical. Did you see the orcs falling into space?
Look at that fun ballista that's tearing our ship apart.
Oh my gosh. All right, so this person is prone and paralyzed
both things.
now,
both
right?
Things.
Yes.
Great. So yeah, I think Lux is gonna
be an even roll.
she's gonna pull her she's gonna put her longbow away, like pull her hand axes out, and just like charge, leaping with her ring of jumping like through the room, screaming as she comes like barreling up next to the professor. And is gonna unleash her
there's
hand
a
axe
chandelier,
attacks.
right? So as you like vault off the table, maps like are flying everywhere. You grab the chandelier. You don't even grab it. You hook it with the axe, right? You're like swinging on the end of the axe. Yeah, go ahead, make attacks.
Oh, I love it.
With advantage, they're prone and paralyzed. This is whimsical, Mike.
27. Do we still have bless?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's a critical.
I know. I'm just for great. Okay, so another
Roll another D5.
then?
Yeah, minus the actual dex, but yes.
Yes. Okay. Oh, it. Wait, what? No.
Your dex didn't add there.
It never has.
Well, that's not correct.
It's supposed to add my dex.
Actually, no. Hand axes aren't finesse weapons, are they?
No. So it's strength, right?
Yep.
It's strength.
It's not adding. Oh, do you have a? What's your?
It's
strength?
a 0
yeah.
strength.
So in other words, it is correct.
0 strength.
Yeah,
so that makes
sense.
Yeah,
great. Yes. Okay.
It's the identitive property of hand axes.
Okay, that's your action. You have a second attack.
Oh wait, you Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hunter's Mark applies to any attack on the person that's marked. Not
They sure do.
Yeah. Love that. Love
does get doubled as critical.
Oh yeah, roll another Hunter's Mark. Okay, got it.
Okay. All right, and then the 20.
So this should just
one.
be 4d6. Just roll 4d6.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
this is
well,
all correct.
I'll do 3 because I just rolled the 1, so I'll just do 3. 3d6.
So another
Amazing.
14 points of damage. 1673. This person is getting the hell cut out of them standing at your helm. They are still alive, bleeding everywhere, laying on the floor with like arrows in them, while Lux is like...
That's what they get for knocking down Reggie. How dare
standing
they?
over them,
You
chopping.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
What is this? What's coming up now? The consequences of our actions.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Well. If it is the consequences of my
I love that
own
quote
actions.
so much.
It's very possible. Okay,
What is
Hello.
attack?
you gotta wonder. Sharp Jumper is just like...
Isn't she the cap?
Sharp Jumper is like, wait, what do I do? Should I still...
Shoot
Okay. He like fires a
Come on, buddy.
We're running out of bolts.
Has this ballista hit anything?
Jake,
No.
Jake.
No.
Yana, you're up. Yana, you're up.
Oh, we're just something.
Oh.
Come on, we got it.
All right, I'll go for it.
Come on.
Yeah,
What a bag of hit points these
it's
guys
just his AC.
Okay, I will roll.
Oh,
That's a
the-
miss.
Oh, bless.
Hang on, wait.
Oh,
Bless.
bless. Yeah.
Bless.
Yeah!
Oh,
Yeah!
bless.
Perfect. 18.
Yes.
That is.
Most
10 points of damage.
Yana. You just sever clean through the like midsection of the armor, like bang, falls, like half of it falls off into space, like bang, 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 like rattling between the two ships as it like falls away behind you. That's your action. You have movement and the rest of your attacks and stuff.
Great. Well, there's nothing for me to attack right now,
Not really.
but how do I jump across to the other
You just can
I just
jump.
jump.
It's close enough that like you can make the distance with your strength. You're jumping like up to down. You guys are above it, so you can just jump right down onto the deck of the ship. There's like 15 feet of your movement.
And then 15 more. Whoop, nope. 15 more put me right
Okay.
here. So that's where
You
I'll
come like racing down into the deck, and you see the professor and Lux standing over a downed figure.
Wailing on him.
Yeah, what a
Professor, you are up.
Yeah. I think he like looks over at Lux and okay, and pulls out his spear and comes down two-handed.
Oh my god!
With the spear that he received.
Eerie things.
Not one for melee combat.
That's gonna hit, and that will still be a crit.
A crit.
That will be a crit, so I will roll another 1d8. Which is a total of 8 piercing damage.
Oh, yeah, they don't look good. Really don't look good.
And I think he will. Is this door open here behind them? So I can see there. Can I see into here?
You see these double doors right here, and then there's another door in here to your right, but that's out of your line of sight. But yeah, you see
he closed the doors behind him.
He closed the doors behind him.
Yeah, he did.
I think Reg is going to bound over and bust open the doors.
Okay. Like a long-haired, leaping hippopotamus here. I'm just going to give you one of these. You throw the doors open, and you see a second set of doors back here, which is also open, and a set of spiral stairs leading down. A big wooden set of spiral stairs.
Okay.
So many doors.
Yeah. A lot of doors on this ship. It's the exact opposite of the Dragonfly. Professor, is that your turn?
Yeah, open on the Dragonfly.
Do I see any persons in here?
No, but you hear like the sounds of a fight from down the stairs. That's the sounds of a fight.
Okay. One last square of movement. He will just step into here, and that's it. That's my turn.
Got it. At this point, they make another wisdom saving throw. What's even the point, though?
You got it this time, dude.
You said
did get it this time.
He opens his eyes.
He's still prone on the ground.
He's laying on the ground. He opens his eyes, looking up at you, Lux, and it's just like, you should have surrendered. And they like lean forward with the hand just going to grab your ankle.
Okay.
For the sake of clarity, Professor, you hear them like conjuring arcane words behind you.
They can't do anything.
It's the end of their turn.
It's the end of their turn.
It is the end of their turn. Right. Thank you for that.
Yeah, it sucks.
It sure does suck. Yeah. They're still like going to try to cast a spell. Rhea, you're up on 18.
All right, I'll hop off there. I can get to there with my movement. Let's see. Do I have anything? Not really.
I forgot about this. That should have still been applying. Or no, they were incapacitated, but that will apply at the start of next round, Lux.
Love it.
Let's just dash, I think.
Okay.
Can get there.
You come like racing into the room. You see like this quarters around you, very kind of like lavish. The desk, the table, blood on the floor. This person like laying here. Yeah. Rhea, that was your turn. Lux, it is your turn. I need a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Start of each of the warlocks' turns.
Got it. Yep.
Sorry, I'm just saving my skin here.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
Taylor rolled a saving throw on that one.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, really.
Though I wasn't
Lux,
like counting on the like 4 rounds of hold person. Yeah, that was brutal.
Who would?
I think Lux is going to attack, but subdual damage.
Oh.
Lux isn't about just like murdering people, really.
That's true. It's canon.
Yeah.
22 will hit.
Yeah. 6, plus Hunter's Mark. 8.
Sure. Okay.
22. Jeez. Another 8.
That was Planar Warrior, but
oops.
Same
I think
difference.
It's here. Yeah, that's
different. It
is different. It's a D6.
You like bring the axe down and like crack them in the side of the head, and you see their eyes like close and roll back. They are unconscious. Here, I'm going to put this little thing. I'm not going to put the axe on them because they're not dead, but you have like beat them into submission. They're out.
Right. Okay. Love it.
That's happening now.
I think Lux is going to run up next to the professor.
Okay.
Bingo bango. Oof. It's getting beat up.
Yeah, bad stuff's happening down here. Meanwhile, though, oh no, wait, actually, no. Okay, got it. Sharp Jumper is just like, I'll get this chain! And he starts like climbing down over like the edge of the ship down towards like, he's like yanking on the chain.
Handy.
Okay, at this point, there's nobody in front of you in active combat. Should we stay in initiative is my question.
Yana's headed straight down where that person went, probably.
Okay.
I think probably Oler. But...
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay, then we shall stay in initiative. Okay. Then Yana, it is your turn.
Whoop. I think with my dash, that puts me here. Ugh. Ah, my God.
Yep,
Right
so
there.
you come like charging into the room. You dart around this table. You see this unconscious figure on the ground. Their eyes like closed, blood like all around them, staining the like wood and the carpet. Professor, you are up on 23.
I hear this coming from the bottom of the stairs. Is that the idea? Is it like just like this that I move just straight forward? Yep. If I want to lean down to see the bottom of the stairway?
Yep, that'll work. The way that's going to happen, everybody brace themselves as boom, you like look down into the bottom of the stairway and you see the two of them like fighting. This guy is like standing on the stairs, the dwarven captain underneath them, and they're like clearly battling.
We don't see them on the map.
Oh,
but
my mistake.
I will trust your depiction.
I'm trying to like, it's tough with all the layers. There it is. There you go.
Yeah. Totally fine. Okay. This is the dwarven captain is battling. The two people who were trying to kill my friends are battling each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You've got like the dwarven artificer captain of the ship, and then this other big, burly, hairy guy who came flying out of the ship after Yana.
Can I, from what I've heard, or can I assess anything about like the nature of this fight for free before I fire something off?
Yeah, I think that as you lean down over the edge, the dwarf is just like yelling like, "Damn it, Kate! I knew I couldn't trust you." And I think that Cade is just like, I'm not dying for them. I'm not dying for any of this shit.
And I think, like, just at that moment, like, Reginald pokes his head over and would say, Occam, where is he?
Mm-hmm.
I think that there's a voice that just like yells back up as like they're kind of like fighting, and you hear the human like yell back at you like, he's back at the station.
Reginald will cast Firebolt at the female captain.
This one is her dog.
Nope.
He's like yelling like, she fetches, catches for Occam whatever he calls.
I lied. I will cast Chromatic Orb at her.
Okay, go for it.
Yes.
20 to hit. That's actually
assuming Bless is still up.
Bless would still be up. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
Oh yeah, she can do absorb elements. I forget. That's 9. That's 9 thunder damage.
The thunder damage rolls off. Yup, she will cast absorb elements. She should have been down a little bit. She's not looking good at all, Professor.
Is there any damage in there that you can't absorb?
No, it's all elemental damage.
Yeah, the chromatic orb is like the the same set.
It's the response to chromatic orb. Yeah. It's very nice. Yeah, Reg has it. So, no, I think Reg at that point will stop and we'll wait for his friends and just
Rhea, you're gonna be up.
Just dash. I think which can get me to right where Reg is if I do my math properly.
So yeah, you come like racing up to the edge, and ultimately like you can see the same thing of these two like fighting at the bottom of the stairs. Lux, you're up.
I do think at that point Reg would say to Rhea, like having seen her for the first time, would just say, Lux doesn't look good.
Whoa. Yeah, like a look back. Oh, I thought she was going to be older.
What are you talking about? I looked fabulous when I was old. Lux is going to come up next to her friends. She sees what's happening down here.
She does.
Yes.
I think technically I gotta get you there. It's very weird because we're
on maps, oh, that's goodness. How do they both look? Like
very hurt. The dwarf looks like
both look very hurt.
The dwarf looks like really bad.
Gosh. And are we like on a balcony right now?
You're on a spiral staircase. You know what I mean? Like you're peering down into the center.
But we're like looking. Yeah. We're looking down at them.
Yeah, you're looking down into like the center space in the spiral stairs. They're beneath you. Yep.
Gosh, I just want to bonk them both on the head. Just wanted to bonk them. Yeah. Lux is just keeping her momentum. She got her hand axes.
So Lux is jumping off the edge of the stairs. Yeah. Make an acrobatics check.
She's just gonna like do a little vault.
Not that we didn't plan for this.
Make an acrobatics check.
Yeah. Yes. 16.
Okay, yeah. You can take like the first 10 feet without taking damage. Make attack rolls.
Right. 2 bonks.
Who is this for?
19.
Let's stipulate who's who.
First bonk is for the dwarven lady.
Hit her.
5.
Got it. She drops.
It's subdual. It's subdual, by the way. She's bonking. She's bonking with she's coming down with the bottom.
It's a lot of after the fact subdual. No, okay, I got it. You like crack her in the back of the head with the flat of the axe. Second attack.
Yeah.
Bonk is a synonym for subdual. Yeah. They changed the language of it. Yeah,
I heard.
Not subdual anymore. It's bonking.
Reggie do bonk, and that guy coughed up dust.
Yeah, right. That was math. I did that
misses. Right. Gang! Deflects off his armor.
Bummer. Okay.
He's up.
Hi.
He just wheels at you. He's going to put his sword up in front of you, and he's just glances back up the stairs, and he's like, listen to me, all of you. I don't need to die here. I'm not fighting to the death. You want to leave? Leave.
We don't like killing people, but also you steal You steal people for a living. That's not cool.
I don't steal people for a living. Sharp Jumper goes. He's like out there in space. The camera cuts from inside the like deck of the ship to just Sharp Jumper clinging to the side of the Dragonfly, like yanking at this giant chain, like, I need help. As they like racing through like the asteroids, you know. I think we see Old Ben's like face through a crack in the hull, like, that looks terrible. That's
and his Spectral Clancy is just like, or Chompers is just like.
I think he goes up to Sharp Jumper and headbutts him before he vanishes. Yana, you're up on 6. We're in this like weird spot. This person's knocked out on the ground in front of you. Everybody else is standing at the top of the stairs.
Right. Yeah, I guess I'll just head over to see what's going on, which I think would put me at.
So it's weird, like you come through this room and then you have to go down, right? But you can like get around that way past Reggie as you're coming down the stairs. You see the dwarf is out, like laid out at the base of the stairs. There's an axe next to her and a hammer on the other side. This human has got his back up against the wall, like toe to toe with Lux. And he just like looks up and he's like, listen, I get it. I'm not trying to die. I surrender.
Great.
Yeah. Yana will just look at the others.
Can I get some sort of insight check either in response to this or on my turn?
Sure, yeah, it's your turn. Make an insight check.
If Yana is looking back at us.
I mean, like, he could have, like, tried to cut down Lux right there, who looks very hurt, and he's not, you know. You just watched him, like, trying to beat the captain into the ground.
Okay, question. When we scried on Occam, was Occam on this ship? Did it look like this?
Yes.
But he said that Occam is back at the station.
I mean, there is a door we did not open.
There's also the rest of the bottom of the ship. Yeah.
I think Reginald would hold a nondescript cantrip up above him and would say, "Tell us what Occam is, or you fall now forever."
Okay. I'm going to shift us out of initiative here. Does that seem cool to everybody?
Seems fine.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I think that he then, like, he's like got his sword up still in front of you, Lux, and he kind of like turns looking around at all of you, and he's like, he left. That one has more toys and trinkets than a king in his palace.
Did you put that sword away?
Actually, and I think he gestured to Lux to like take the sword.
Oh yeah, I'll have that.
I think that he does like take like half a step back and like he slips it into his scabbard at his belt, and he puts like both his hands up. He's like,
well, now you can take the belt. What does he say?
You ask him for his belt?
No,
Yeah,
what Lux
take
like is
his
holding
belt.
out her hand, like, oh, I'll take that.
He just
actually.
like looks down at it and is like, you gonna kill me?
Oh, come on. If you were in this situation, you'd let your hostage hang onto their weapon. Does that sound like a normal hostage situation to you?
Am I a hostage?
Yeah, we're in a hostage situation now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is a hostage situation.
It's like yelling down the stairs. He's like, I didn't think it was a hostage situation.
Well, you're our prisoner or whatever.
I'm looking in the. I have Asturias's diplomatic handbook. It says in a hostage situation, make sure you take all of their weapons.
Great, give me your weapons. Listen, I don't care what it's called. You're a prisoner. Which I don't really like, but that doesn't matter. You need to give us your weapons.
think he likes.
I think Reg like leans over to Yana and is like just whispers like, "This could
could while that's happening, well, two of them maybe are talking with them. Could be the door that's like.
I want to go check the other door. Yeah,
I'll go with you. I'll go with you. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are gonna double back to the door on the cabin upstairs, right? To the other room that you haven't opened yet. Okay, cool. Okay, so I think as you two kind of like cut back, and you open the second door. Oops, hold on a second. What am I doing here?
This map is great.
It really is.
That's a great
map. It's a very cool map.
It's a great map, even.
Good soup. As you come back and you open up the second door, you just see another cabin, like much like the one that was across from you. There's like a little bit of like a storage cabinet next to it. There's a single bed in here. There's some like correspondence, some letters and stuff that are on like a desk, a dresser filled with clothes. Like if you guys want to investigate and tear it up a little bit, you're more than welcome to.
I want to look under the beds, and I want to take any like writing utensils to make more pamphlets.
Of course.
So. Investigation, very bad at that. Can I cast guidance on myself?
Yeah, you sure can. You can give yourself a little prayer to Clancy.
Oh, need it.
Mm-hmm.
Reg is just gonna make sure that like Lux doesn't die, and I'll be right back.
Yep, go for it. Yeah, Rhea, you're like digging around. Like you're certainly able to get plenty of paper. You're able to get a couple of like sheafs of paper. There's some ink vials, ink wells. Like I think that like that's it. Like your attention is very like focusing on the desk. You like glance under the bed. You don't really see anything under there and anything of note. Yana, how about you? As Rhea's kind of like ransacking this room a little bit.
Yeah. If there's nothing in this room beyond that, I think Yana will go back and presumably head down the stairs where Lux is still like arguing for the belt.
Okay.
We'll just get closer and just like look up at him, still holding their sword, and is just like, what else is on this ship?
They've got cages and cages of little demony things, mephits.
Oh.
Ice mephits, steam mephits, smoke mephits.
Are they trying?
Steam mephits.
They were saying something about we have to release it.
Let it loose.
Let it loose. Yeah, that. What are they talking about? The mephits, or is there something else?
If I tell you, can I keep my sword? It's pretty clear I'm not going to fight you to the death, all right?
Dude, like, can you understand where I'm coming
yes,
from?
I'm just trying to surrender with a little bit of dignity here. Can you understand where I'm coming from?
I mean, you're not dead. You should be thankful.
I am.
Well, then give me your sword. You can keep whatever dumb knives you have on you, I bet.
I do have knives in both my boots, yeah.
Yeah, so give me your sword.
It's...
Give me the big one. You can keep the little ones. I think that's more than fair.
I know the
coming
dungeon
from the person
master
in a position of power
the
right
dungeon
now.
master said he puts his sword in the sheath, but I don't have a sword. I have an axe, so we're all just a bit confused here. So why don't you take my axe? Yeah, I think he hands you the axe.
Yana will
yeah.
Yana will start like I was gonna say Yana will keep walking while this argument happens and just probably throw like a glib comment of just like, let him keep it. He's not that very good with it anyway.
Oh!
And just keep going further into the ship to look to see what else is on here and those mephits and stuff.
That one hurt.
Did he hand it over though? You said
he was about to, and then I think that Yana says this, and he's like, "Look,
Lux snatches it.
I'm definitely way stronger than you." He's still.
This guy sucks.
All right, fine.
Gosh, who are you anyway? What's your name?
Cade.
Cade?
Yeah.
It's very close to cage.
I think he's
just as a like point.
Yeah, I know. All right. It was just a job.
Yeah, well, pretty dumb job.
What kind of job do you have?
I'm a space adventurer, and I save people instead of putting them in cages, you
I don't put people in cages, all right?
Then what do you do?
I catch people, and
Okay, now Reg's job is to make sure that Lux doesn't kill him.
I think he is.
So
I do catch people, but I don't put them in cages. I just get paid to find them.
You know what that is? That's denial. You suck. You do put people in cages.
I don't think I
suck
make
it happen.
Bad. I didn't say that. I tried to turn this thing around pretty early. Isn't that right? Green person?
Listen,
like yelling back at
you asked the wrong person. I wasn't involved in that. Okay?
Well, it seemed like you would have wanted to stand there asking me for my axe before we could move forward with any kind of agreement.
I think I'm a pretty good person because I don't murder people like you just were about to.
I tried.
And my friends.
I tried not to murder them.
You suck.
I did say to them that I would take a bribe pretty quickly.
You have a lot of gold.
Well, anyway.
And I think like as this is happening, like at a certain point, Reg just starts like sauntering down the spiral staircase slowly, pulls out his like pince-nez reading glasses, takes out his like book and just like starts writing down notes and says, Cade, if I could, you're going to lose this. I've lost it many times against her. This is not a fight you're going to win.
And I think that he's just like, look, I get it, all right? You're just trying to take care of your people, right? That's what this is. I don't know if you people know what it's like. It's a job. I took it. I've been looking for a better way for years, but opportunities don't come that often for people like me.
Yeah, you could probably use your specific set of skills to do some good.
How do you know I haven't? You gonna assess my life based on the last 5 minutes?
I don't like you.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
One is not necessarily judged by the worst thing that they've done, but when people show you who they are, it is best to listen.
I think he's just like, this one, well, she'll tell you that that Occam doesn't own her, but she hasn't worked for anybody else in years. Half the crew are his replacements.
What about the one with the eyes?
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
That's Occam's through and through. I think he says, he's like, Morris, well, they treat with dangerous things. I don't know.
Yeah, the fiery eyes, like, that didn't seem very, like, a good source of anything, really. I don't think.
I never had much for pacts with strange beings, but that one is Occam's through and through. He's here to make sure that if we didn't get the job done, that your friend dies before they can have their freedom.
Does Occam have a way to get back onto the ship?
Dozens, I'd guess. It's not his ship, it's the dwarfs.
Are you able to get in contact with him?
I think that he, like, looks down and he like, looks at you like, are you gonna fuck with me? And he starts, like, leaning down towards the dwarf. Like, watching you, Lux, in particular.
I think she just, like, leans with him and just, like, watches him the entire time.
And I think as he, like, gets down, he's like, God, this is dramatic. And he, like, reaches around. And I think he, like, reaches in, like, a fold under the armor here. And you see him, like, pull out a cord that he kind of, like, snaps off the dwarf's neck. And then he opens up the small, like, pouch that's there and, like, dumps it out. and there's one very like smooth, polished kind of marble, and then a small wooden box that's traced in all these kind of like Eldritch Arcane symbols around the exterior of it. And I think he like tosses the marble to you, Lux.
I recognize it as a sending stone.
And I think he's just like, you want to talk to the builder. That should get you right through.
She shakes her head and hands it back to him.
I think he's like,
I want you to talk to him.
I'm fucked.
I want you to tell him.
That's all I hear that from. Start laughing.
I want you to tell him that you've run into trouble and that he needs to come here.
Okay. I think he like reaches very carefully.
And she like looks at the professor like.
Well, it would certainly indicate that something had gone wrong should the stone that was upon this person... What was her name? Or is, I should say. I guess she
Didn't she yell at Captain Wind something?
She didn't yell her own name, no. But
somebody
might have.
Yeah,
I think that he's just like Westwind. Captain Westwind.
Yes. I believe if this was left in the possession of Captain Westwind, I think Arkham would have more questions if...
Well, she's also not dead.
Well, that's part of what my problem is. This, though. And he starts like rattling the box. This is dangerous.
And you just shook it.
I think upon hearing the word dangerous, Reginald would just tilt his head up.
Lux's face shaking the box. It's not that kind of dangerous, or I wouldn't have shaken it. And then he offers you the box, Professor. I'm sorry.
Well, I do think Reginald would like at that hearing the word dangerous would like briefly break away from this moment and just look up and say, "Rhea, Yana, is everything okay?"
Yeah, just tying up this dude up here. I figured we should tie him up before he wakes up.
Ah, yes. Tie them up before you wake up.
Yana, meanwhile, has come back downstairs and kind of walked past this conversation where Yana, as you walk through this central chamber, there's this huge kind of crystal that's like pulsing and flaring with this orange light from the inside of it. And there's all these kind of conduits like running down through the back and stuff around these sigils on the floor. But as you come through the door on the other side, you're finding like all these hallways and like popping in through one of these edges. There's a whole ton of what look like stalls, almost like animal stalls. They have like arcane runes traced all over the wood, and you could see very similarly a sort of like force field in the front of each one of these things. They each have like a bit of a half door, almost like that saloon style door, but it seems like there's like this kind of clear plating of force that runs up and down to cover the entire front of them. But I think inside of a bunch of these, not all of them, you're seeing these mephits, these little like kind of 2 foot tall imp-like little demonic looking like shapes, and some of them appear to be like almost pure mist, like steam, and others are like this darker wispy kind of smoke, as it were. But it's clear there's a bunch of stuff in here.
Yeah, I'm just sort of just like, oh hell, what are we supposed to do with you lot now? Can they understand? Any of you understand me?
Great question. I don't think they do. You're just speaking in common, right?
Yes.
Yeah, none of them respond with like verbal intelligible words, though. Like I think that they all like kind of surge forward up against the glass, like you hear this like hissing sound coming from the steam ones, and the smoke ones are like
angry swooshing.
Yeah. Oh, good, you're friendly. I'm assuming if I go deeper, it's just more rows of this and everything.
It's not like fully full, right? You find like a bunch of stalls that are full. Yep.
Okay, I guess I'll head back and just let them know, like, well, there's a whole cargo. Are you guys still talking to this man? There's a whole cargo of these creatures in the back. Don't seem quite too friendly. Not too sure what we should be doing with them.
They sent them to try to take your ship apart. We were supposed to try to get you back alive. And the frog, too, if we could, though. We didn't realize he was with you until the last minute. The warlock was here to make sure that, well, that we're able to knock you out of the sky if we had to, and that you die if you get away from us. Occam, he really wants you back, friend.
Oh, bang up job you all did then.
I do mean this with the most consideration. But Yana, why is he so obsessed with you?
I suppose you could just say I'm one of a kind, and he seems to have a real obsession with that.
I mean, I am certainly one of a kind. I've never met anyone exactly like me, nor anyone exactly like Lux. Are we not all one of a kind in a way?
No, I've met a lot of GIF-Q. I've even met changelings, though you're very, very spicy.
What?
At this point, can Ray be coming down the stairs? Did you get all of his knives? He probably has a bunch of knives.
They decided I could.
No, yeah, he can keep the knives, but I got his axe.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
I did try and.
Good deal.
I apologize. I didn't mean to distract from the conversation. Simply, how this ship, it is flown from the deck up above. Are there any others here? Rin, did you check? Yana, I apologize. Did you check the?
Seems to be a bunch of creatures locked up. That's sort of my big question. I really don't care what we do with him anymore. He's lucky. I would have just killed him, but bunch of creatures locked up. Not too sure what to do with those. Not very friendly type. Maybe if anyone knows like an Ifrit planet, we could just throw them off in. That'd be nice. They could frolic and
Yeah, I mean, I've got a spot. If you want, you can take the axe and your prisoners. We can forget about the gold. I don't really need that, and we'll just go our separate ways. How about that? I'll call Occam and tell him I quit. That would be bad for me.
Wait, you guys can get Occam?
Yeah, we want Occam to come here so we can kick his butt. And why don't you help? You don't like him, right? Why don't you stick around and help? In return for us saving your life.
I'm not suicidal. I just want to get the hell off of this shitty little asteroid and go live a life somewhere.
Lux, you can change your appearance, right? We should. Oh
my gosh, how would I forget that?
I can also do that. It's an old Fearbog magic that I don't use very often, but we could set a trap for Occam.
Yeah.
We could pretend to be these people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could, of course, pretend to be myself.
You could use. Yeah, I don't want to use. If you don't have to be used as bait, but you'd be pretty.
I'm sorry. What?
Not you.
Not you. Yana.
Yana.
Oh, I don't mind playing bait every now and then, but as for this guy, I don't think we really need him anymore, and he should consider himself lucky to have this second chance. Not a lot of people get that.
I'll be honest, I do. I stumbled through most of my life. I took a job for the builder 8 years ago, and I haven't been able to get the hell out of there since. He has a habit of accumulating people.
Can't you know how we could this line of work,
yeah.
I think he's born on a freighter. Worked with the trade guilds, apprenticed while I was a teenager until I could take up a sword. I'm sorry, what guild?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I'm sorry.
What's
guild name generator?
Are you familiar with the concept of a guild.
I think that I think that he is just like I think that he probably does say like he's like I worked for the Interstellar Mercantile Exchange. Who else?
Great.
Yeah. There is one way you could get out of, this cycle of working and taking jobs for Occam.
Universal basic income.
Yeah, that, or you could help us lure him here and then we could kill him.
If you want me to call him, I'll do it.
And call him, tell him you have me, then you can go on your merry way.
How tall is Morris? This is a weird question, but how tall is Morris?
Morris is probably just over 6 feet, like 6'1". It's tall. They're tall.
Okay, I might have to be a slightly taller version of Morris. I think I can only change by like a foot, I think, at most.
I do think Reg would take a brief moment and look around and say, is now the moment that we want to do this?
Oh, no. Like at least 8 hours.
I think that...
Yeah, Lux looks hurt. Like, in this, Lux is like taking deep breaths. And like...
No, not now. Not
this
right
guy
now.
looks badly hurt as well. Like, Yana kicked the hell out of them. This guy is very hurt. I think that with that, he just kind of like stands up and he's like, I'll do it. But you're going to have to give me the axe back, Angry Changeling Girl. And I think, is that where we leave our adventurers today?
Yeah.
Cool. I enjoyed that. That was a pretty crazy battle. I hope you guys
have
kill
people. She just instantly becomes their like incredibly annoying younger sibling.
That guy, had you pushed your buttons. I think Rich knows specifically how to make an NPC that specifically when he started shaking the dangerous object.
It makes me so happy.
So good.
So much.
Gosh. Can we say though, so I don't have to wait a week, that
what's the thing?
That the dangerous object that Reg casts identify on that?
Oh yeah.
Oh sure. The box. So if you take it and cast Identify on it over the 10 minutes, it's a warding receptacle. It's a box it's got something inside of it, and I think there might be a point where Kate is like, no, it's not the box. There's some kind of fucked up little thing inside of it. Spits fire. It's gonna try to burn your ship out of the sky.
I understand that deeply. Yep, okay.
I'm pretty sure they also were going to release the fire elemental that's bound within the drive system.
That would be the let it loose. Yep, that would be the let it loose.
That would make sense.
I just carry the big axe. I don't know much about the technical systems, though, so that's pure speculation.
One more question, if I could, before we cut scene. How exactly is it that you fly?
Honestly.
I mean.
The stupid dwarf cast it on me. With that postscript. I hope that was fun, you guys. Kevin, I hope that was a good return back, man.
Yay.
Oh, yeah. Yes. No, that was great. Sorry, just glad.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, this was fun to jump in on. I love the fact that I had to get back to getting good rolls because the first few I was just like, God damn it.
No, you woke up.
But yeah,
Yana laid some pain down right there, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good battle all the way across from everyone. Yeah. So that was a lot of fun to come back to.
This is the thing of being consistent. Or if you pick a melee class, it's sometimes you end up on a ship. You're ship to ship fighting.
Yeah.
This is a challenge.
It was a call.
Then you have to figure out if there's a whale ring you could use or
where did I leave that whale ring? Where did I put that?
I have to say thank you for the haste. that like Lux is probably like one of the most like mechanically satisfying characters to play because I do hit things and I do damage.
29?
I can't believe how many 19s I rolled. That was absolutely ridiculous.
So good. It was so. I gotta say, like the first like 2/3 of that battle, I was like, yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like one or two things just like switched and it just like and it got scary there for a minute.
That was very dramatic. I wasn't sure how it was going to play out. I knew that there were other people buried inside. I hope like it seemed plausible and interesting to you guys. But yeah, it was a lot I was tracking. But I really enjoyed it. That was a good fight. Good stuff.
It was fun.
We have not had a lot of like knockdown, drag out episodes of Dragonfly like this, where it's actually like hours of combat. So I didn't think this would be that dramatic. But yeah.
Yep.
I was I mean, part of the reason too it took a little bit longer is because with the comment of just like we have to let it loose. I was like, ooh, I should hold my channel divinity, but really I should have just used it early on, and I just at this point probably would not have missed.
Mm-hmm. the threat of that thing being of something bigger being like I was at the point where I had like I ended up with a few spells left, but like you're just so terrified that like what does let it loose mean? It could just be nothing, you know. And it's a good strategy, just like. You know.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Great episode.
We had a good night, you guys. We're running a little late, so we'll like pack it in and wrap it up here. This was cool. We'll be back next week to do it again. I hope that people enjoyed it. I hope that you four all had fun. What's everybody got going on this week? Kevin, what do you got going on? Where should people like be paying attention if they love seeing you back here again and they miss you?
Yeah. There's this thing, it's pretty small, I don't know, a lot of people know about it, called post-show recaps that I tend to do with one Josh Wigler and Melissa Woodward, who you might know from this little funsies here. I do Everything is Super with Josh and the YA podcast, where this month on it, though, we're doing YA, which is horror films, young adult horror films. We've had a real blast doing that. We just 2 weeks ago did Goosebumps. This week we're doing Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. And I might as well say now, because it's coming soon, we had plans for something to do for the final one, but we had requests about this other film, and so we've decided to shift to do something that people have been asking for. So our final one is going to be Halloween Town, the Disney Channel.
Yes!
So,
oh my gosh! Yes.
Cool. But everything is we're covering.
None of them is scarier than Twilight, right? I just want to be clear about that.
Really? Right, the first one we did, Twilight, out the gate, coming out strong with Twilight. Beyond that, you can find me there. You can find me on that Discord if you become a patron. And that's mainly the places that you can search for me.
Nice, cool. Tomorrow night, you and I will be recording a very special Everything is Super, as we're doing the Marvel D&D one shot, and it's going to be crazy. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. I'm psyched to play with you twice in a week, Kevin. This is a good week. Yeah, a lot of D&D. Taylor, how about you? Anything going on? You want to like just heads up, point anyone towards anywhere?
Not really. Tomorrow is Survivor.
Yeah. That's right.
And we're gonna be D&D.
Yeah.
White Rice Wednesday.
Go watch Survivor tomorrow. Go watch Critical Role on Thursday. I'm not streaming, so I can say that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Troy, how about you? You got anything you want to hype up?
That noise. That's the noise I want to hype up. If you watch Survivor and you enjoy Survivor, then you might enjoy Rob Has a Podcast. And this weekend, our good friend who sometimes plays with us here, Josh Wigler, will be on with Rob listening to the Wand Off, the October Wand Off, where parody Survivor songs are made about this season. And I might make one. We'll see. I don't have inspiration yet, but sometimes it strikes me, usually in the last like 12 hours before.
You make four
that day. How do you what are you going to make a song out of?
What are you going to do?
And literally provided a beat for everyone.
It's true. And in lieu of like promoting a social or my own podcast, I'll just say I kind of briefly told the story about going to the movies and the angry old people and all that.
Yeah.
And I just say people are we're getting into winter seasonal stuff and coming out of pandemic-y stuff, and just please be kind. Please be kind to people in service roles, because the John Q public right now is not. So you got to be double nice to average out the punks out there. And we deeply appreciate that.
It's true. The kid at the grocery store asking you to put your mask on is just doing their job. Be gentle, Grace.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, I got some stuff going on post-show recap. So doing some movie review coverage. We did Many Saints of Newark with Rob and Nicole Sesternino. Check that out. It was really fun. We got some other stuff coming up. I think Halloween Kills we're going to cover. Lots of stuff this month. Also covering Succession with Josh Wigler and Jess Sterling. That's been really fun. That comes out on Mondays. Should be at mid-afternoon on Mondays, the day after the episode drops. So should be getting on the Patreon feed talking about James Bond. There should be a No Time to Die podcast coming out this week. I also cover Taskmaster on twitch.tv/Haley Strong every Friday. I'm chatting about the episode that came out the day before. And then also I have something really cool coming out. I normally don't play online ORGs, with online reality games. But the great Maggie Morgan asked me if I would join her friend's game. She has a close friend who got diagnosed with cancer, and this is a charity game. So we're playing. Chappelle is playing, some other Puya is playing, so it should be really fun. It's like a game of Big Brother all day Saturday. You can donate just generally to the cause, but I think there'll also be interactive opportunities. I think you could donate now, and if you Venmo in my name, I might get an advantage before the game even starts. So you could do that. Check out my Twitter. I'll retweet some stuff. But yeah, it should be fun. It's on Saturday. So
we got to parachute in those little packages for Grace.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice. Yeah, I just threw a link there in the chat for that.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, that's a really good cause. Certainly, go do what we can to help her out. Awesome. That's a lot of good stuff. What did you think of Many Saints in Newark? Real quick, 10-second take.
Oh, I had low expectations going in, so I thought it was actually
Me
better
too.
than
I heard that it
but,
was terrible, and I was like, it wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever. We'll have to revisit.
Nicole hated it, but that was super fun to podcast with Nicole.
Oh, that's got to be the most fun.
Viscerally mad about.
That's got to be very delightful. Cool. I'm Rich Filiberto. I'm DM Philly. Thank you guys all for hanging out here tonight. Thank you for the couple of people that followed the channel, that subbed and supported me. I really appreciate it. It makes it so that I can actually do this stuff full time, which is what I do full time. So thank you for that. Tomorrow night, recording Everything is Super with Kevin and a bunch of other fun people. The podcast for that will be over at Post Show Recap, so go scope that out. That's certainly going to be rad. Doing a lot of cool interviews on Dungeons and Dragons and Discord in the last couple of weeks. Yeah. So that's been fun. You should go scope that out on the Post Show Recap's Patreon feed. And otherwise, that's it. I'm out. These are my friends. We play D&D together. Thank you guys so much for participating. I hope everybody had fun tonight. Bye.
Sure.
A rich catchphrase.
Bye.